Hello and welcome to Tales from the Dark Side, your Star Wars news and weekly comic recap presented by Renovision. The show that requires no prerequisites, gives no homework, and grades on a curve. And if you study real hard, you're doing it wrong. Tonight, we show off some pickups. We give you the latest Star Wars news and toy drops. Wait a minute, there's no Star Wars comics to review this week? What? No Disney Plus shows to analyze? Now what are we going to do? No worries. Now we deep dive into the High Republic. We've generated character list of those characters alive, deceased, or assumed so. We see how the High Republic comics are doing on the market. And we've got a top 10 list to disagree about, most likely. And it's time for trivia and deal making, where answering the questions is only half the fun. Let's get it going, fellas.
Oh, it's a great week because we got Jedi back. Jedi, go around the horn before I say what's up to the chat. What's up, chat? And tell them who they got today.
All right, I'm nervous about these. All right, so did he tell you that a lady dropped and shattered a jar of... Did he tell you that a lady dropped and shattered a jar of pickles on his sneakers? Now, had this been a con, no problem. But a grocery store? He didn't have his backup pairs. That's classic. That's classic Macho Man Marco.
Had to throw away some Skechers.
Sometimes it's difficult to write satire for this guy. He's just too nice. He's too clean. And then, there it is, dirt. How can he not like Zan and Jaina? Form of a bucket of cold water and a Wookiee to pour it on his head. It's the visionary with a blind spot for the wonderful Wonder Twins, Pete Renovision.
Yeah, don't give me Gleek, the Wonder Twins. Can't do it.
Well, Han Solo did not swoop down in the Falcon and save his team in the Book of Boba Fett finale. Han Solo, more like Han No-Show, cause Han No-Go to Tatooine. It's Dom-Tober, the hunt is on. That was supposed to be his intro last week, so it might be a little... On a warm summer's eve, on a comic store out in nowhere, met up with the gambler we had struck out in the cheaps. So we took turns of staring at the eBay on our iPhones. The boredom overtook us, and he began to speak. It's the gambler of the crew, JJ Maxwell.
That's funny. That's
awesome. Is that a swing and a miss on the Kenny Rogers homage?
No, we like it. We like the Kenny Rogers.
Yeah. Might finish up the song next week. We'll see how it goes. Speaking of eBay, though, you ever win an auction and then go looking at the seller's other auctions, thinking maybe you'll save a few bucks on combined shipping, only not to win any of the other auctions? Then you're mad at yourself for even winning the first one. It's a long question, but it's one I struggle with over and over. It's me, Jedi Johnson, 22. Now let's go. I got auctions ending soon and money to save on combined shipping.
Jedi, really great to have you back. I know some of those were from last week, and yes, a pickle jar. Lady dropped a pickle jar on my shoes, and I had to lose a pair of Skechers, retire them. Let's say hi to the chat real quickly. Ruben was here yesterday, and then he came back early today. So Ruben, you get first. It's good job, my man. Eric, good to see you. Make sure you guys are checking out link below if you didn't. And I think some of the boys, they got their shirts already, so they'll probably do it during pickup time. But yeah, thank you to all 40 people who ordered shirts already. We appreciate it, man. Or was it 42? Whatever it was. We really do appreciate whatever swag you picked up from us. Thank you very much. Ronnie, great to see you. I think Ronnie said we made him a Star Wars fan and broke. That does happen. But at least we try to not have you get FOMO. So hopefully you pay for your stuff cheaper than normal. What do we got? Sticks. We were right on time, Sticks. I said we'd be right on time. We were 100% right on time. So there you go. Astro, good to see you. What can I say? Let's get it going. Yeah, that's what we can say. Ed, always thank you for saying hi for the algorithm. Lewis, glad you made it. How's the weather over there? Hopefully it's not as bad as it is here. The wind's killing us, but we did have a fishing tournament on the lake, so that's good. Paratech Tony, evening. Joe, always great to see you. Big Daddy 138. There's 138 more Big Daddies, huh?
No, 137.
Oh, sorry.
137.
And a Toronto Raptor fan. Good to see you, my man. Are we talking about comics? We always talk about comics, books, everything, man. We talk about the whole shebang.
Although this week is going to be a little bit thin on.
Yeah. I mean, we'll talk about some old ones. We'll get into what we're going to talk about real quickly. Thomas, good to see you. Good evening, Way. Missed you last week, Jedi. Look at this. Look at all the love. Dan, good to see you. I hope the slopes went well for you today. Marv, good to see you. Sam, what's up? Dusty was here last week. Alberta Crude. I assume that's oil. No school tomorrow. Ready to go. Awesome. Congratulations on the day out.
Yeah.
Kids
Tomorrow's
don't have
a holiday. Yes, that's right.
Huh?
Tomorrow's a holiday.
President's Day.
Right.
Yep.
It is. Thomas, it's no school tomorrow for some people. My kids are winter break. I think actually a lot of people are up at Boeing. Either way, so yeah, we're going to cover some High Republic stuff. It's going to be, we talked about last week, we're going to do about 3 it turned into 3. It was originally going to be 2, but pretty much turned into 3 weeks of High Republic stuff. This week, we're going to kind of give you the real life phase 1 timeline and into phase 2, kind of let you explain how many years those are. But we're going to break down the in High Republic Star Wars timeline with some first comics that showed up, including their first appearances. Next week, we'll get into Adventures and all the first appearance updates through Adventures, including those people who passed away. And then in 3 weeks, we'll go through all the High Republic stuff just to keep everybody up on their toes. Star Wars is going to be light as far as new comics come out for the next 3 weeks because Marvel, what the hell are you doing? How do you put out 6 Star Wars books 1 week and have 0 Star Wars, 1 book the week after that? But Adventures is ending next week. We're also going to today guess on the last Sprouse cover to come out because we know you guys love to do that. So we will talk about that. Oh, it's Family Day. Excellent. Jay. Oh, am I going to screw this up?
Bonilla.
Bobby
Bonilla.
Bonilla? All right. Well, I didn't think that. All right. So let's get into news first with my man, JJ. What do we got for news, JJ?
First up, I love to see this. John Williams is going to compose Kenobi.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Theme, so always good to have John Williams back doing Star Wars stuff. I don't know how old he is. I'm sure he's
90. He's 90.
Is he?
Yeah. You can be 90. You think?
You make it work.
Yeah.
And then I kind of already forgot his name. Nicholas, I think, Petrini, I think was the composer for Succession and stuff, is going to do Andor. So we're getting one new Star Wars composer and one very experienced Star Wars composer on the upcoming series. So
hopefully it goes well for him. All right. Yeah. Next up. News is quick this week.
And unfortunately, Tom Veach passed away at 80 years old of COVID complications. So,
Tom Veach. Yeah, sorry to hear it, man.
Yeah, for those unaware, Tom Veach was one of the driving forces behind when Dark Horse relaunched a lot of the what is now Legends, then it was Expanded Universe.
Also the guy
Star Wars stuff.
He's also the guy that Timothy would shit on in his books, just so you know.
Yeah, but
yeah. That were the war between him and Zahn.
Yeah, there was definitely some rivalries, but
there definitely was a rivalry.
He did a lot of work and put a lot of work into expand the universe. So,
yeah, he did some interesting stuff, like gave Luke a sweet cape, I guess. All right. Well, he did. He gave him a cape.
He did. Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Made me giggle. What do you say about that? Go ahead. Oh, I have to go ahead. My bad.
Yep. And there was also a GoFundMe started to raise funds for his widow. So I guess he didn't get a ton of money from a lot of the stuff he created. So his widow, in order to pay for stuff, is actually his daughter is trying to raise money for.
That sucks, man.
So if you want to,
yeah, I mean, like, hey,
look,
the Zan and him fight is one thing, but like,
yeah,
you know, I mean,
like I said, he did a lot for Star Wars. I mean,
yeah, let's have a heart for the guy. I mean,
yeah. Wordle fans.
What is Wordle? What is Wordle?
I have never played Wordle in my life, so you will not get an answer out of me for what that is. I know it's a word game. It's very popular on the internets. But yeah. But yeah, Swordle is apparently a Star Wars version of Wordle as emerging as popular.
We don't know what it is, but it's something. Okay.
Yeah. It's a word game you play with Star Wars words, apparently.
What is it? It goes, hey, chef, what's going on? Oops. There you go. Okay. All right. R.I.P.
So this is big news for me. I don't know who else
Nope.
watched it. I posted on
No, it looked
Instagram,
good.
and
Yeah, it was
everywhere I
good.
could find, but
I
yeah,
watched
trailer
it.
was awesome.
Oh my god.
Trailer's great. Trailer was better
Is
than
the game
first.
going to be as good as the trailer? Because that was pretty awesome.
Well, I mean, the game's been out forever.
Yeah, it's MMOP, so it's like
Yeah, it's been out for about 10 years, but this is just an expansion, which is about their biggest expansion in a long time for it.
You know what's really cool though is like this. If you've never watched all the trailers from Old Republic, like there's it. I know everybody gets stuck at KOTOR, but like Old Republic, go watch. I know they have them somewhere on the webs. Just go watch the. Right, they probably got them someplace. I don't even know what you look up, but like what would be gameplay or whatever they call it.
I use Old Republic cinematic trailers usually. You
Oh
just
my
watch a whole,
gosh.
2 hours of them.
Why can't they
cutscenes.
make a movie like this?
Exactly. Make
They need a movie.
make a show with
because
this animation. It would be
As
excellent.
someone who never played the games, the first thing I was wondering is what happened to the girl's Likey? Is that what they Likey? Her
Oh, like a
face, her head tentacle.
Oh
Does it ever say what happened to that?
no,
Oh,
those are brand new
like
characters.
those are new characters, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
She's
okay.
the only character that's a repeat character that you saw in the trailer was Malgus, who's
Oh, that yeah. So Malgus, yeah, because I think this is his beginning story now, right? Like this isn't him invading; it's like prequel, kind of almost, right,
Yeah.
JJ?
yeah, this
For
is him
those that
kind of
play the
like
game. Let me
yeah.
know because I was I was wondering that throughout the entire thing. Was what happened to her?
I need to get back into playing the game, so maybe I'll figure
Yeah,
out. the
I've
answer
been.
to that
I
question.
Did anybody notice that Malgus looked a little bigger than he was in the other?
a little taller.
Yeah.
Taller, but
Yeah.
stop
I mean,
here.
Yeah, you got to think there's
What was it,
I don't know
2008?
sometimes even years in between the times they do these expansions.
Yeah,
and
it was like
cinematic
what,
trailers and
2008
stuff.
when it started. Didn't Old Republic start in 2008?
Something like that. 2009. It's been
2008, 2009, and then
we're going on like 11 years now, I think.
Yeah.
Or 10. No, this is 10-year anniversary, so it would have started in 20. Well,
Hey, what's up, left?
yeah, 2012 or 2011.
When it went free or when it started? 10.
I think that's when it started.
Whatever. I mean, look. So, Jed, just for you, when you go watch these cutscenes online, it's like there's different parts. Like there's a twin story that doesn't really have like it's cool. They'll do the takeover of where they beat the temple. There's a bunch of different ones. You can put them together and watch them though.
Yeah,
about like that.
To answer Dan the man's question, unfortunately, none of this is canon.
They are not.
Everything that BioWare creates for this game for 10 years now has been not canon. Legends.
But hopefully they can build off those stories. I don't think it's a bad idea to build off those stories. Even do like one shots like they did with Visions with it would be really super cool.
Yeah.
Super duper cool. All right. That was a cool trailer. New Star Wars. Okay.
So this was a excellent Screen Rant article. I think it was on Screen Rant about how one of the games announced that Respawn was going to do was going to be like a real-time strategy type game. And militarily speaking, a game about Thrawn would be excellent. Who's real-time strategy? Because if you've ever read the Thrawn novels, a lot of it's like naval space strategy, really in-depth type of thing. So it'd be great to have a real-time strategy game basically.
Star Wars tower defense game?
Yeah.
It's
Probably.
Are you talking I missed it. Are you talking tabletop or are you talking
No. This would be like real-time strategy video game.
Okay.
Like what was it? Empire at War was back in the day. Command and Conquer is like the most famous one.
Yeah.
Those type of games.
I love that. All right.
So a interview surfaced from a little bit ago with the creator. So some background story on this. There was planned way back in the it's probably 12 years or so ago at least, of a prequel game. Around the prequel time, it would have told like Darth Maul's origins. And there was an interview that came out with the creator or studio head of Redfly, which Redfly was the developer they chose back in the Lucasfilm days for it. And obviously the game was eventually canceled, but at the same time that he was giving some details on it, and it would have included a lot of awesome stuff. Like it actually went into the Darth Plagueis, Darth Sidious background a little bit, and also Darth Maul. You would have seen like his origins play out in a video game. Well, would have been some awesome stuff, but so maybe they'll revive it at some point.
It would be cool if are they going to explain why he was sniffing old Sith ashes like it was cocaine or no?
I guess I don't know.
Either a video game or a comic.
Hey, what's going on, James? Yeah, that'd be cool.
Look up Redfly Darth Maul game on YouTube. You should be able to find the interview. Good interview. And so another video game news, there was a VR game remade by fans for Dark Forces. So the footage they had out for it looked pretty sweet. So
nice.
Interesting.
Gaming heavy this week.
Old old school Star Wars video game fans, if you have VR system on your computer, you might check it out. This was just interesting. I don't know. I picked this up like right when I was doing the news earlier today. So apparently somebody mashed up a Nirvana Nevermind character with Mark Hamill in the back to tank.
You mean the baby?
And apparently Mark Hamill caught onto it on Twitter and it trended for a little bit. But I just thought that was funny. And he promised not to sue the band if they use
because the cover, the kid that was the cover did.
Yeah, if the kid was a cover baby soon. And this was the rumor news or whatever you want to call it for the week was that John Watts, who directed
Spidey,
the newest one, right? No Way Home.
All three of them.
All three of them. Yeah.
All three of them. Okay.
Fantastic Four next.
Didn't they have him up once and then fire him and then bring him back now?
For Star Wars?
No. You're thinking of the same name but different director.
Oh, okay.
Like the name of Watts is the same. I think the other guy was Watts too, but different Watts.
Yeah. So apparently he's going to get a director position or in talks. The rumor is he's in talks to direct something for Star Wars. And the groove is that it will be High Republic based. I don't know. We'll see.
That diaper does not still fit him, bro.
My thing is like, will he direct? Will it just be like a series? If it's a High Republic series, is he just going to direct one episode? Like you had like Bryce Dallas Howard do like one.
They're going to do that.
I'm not.
They don't give him a full. They don't give anybody a full run. Well, I don't think it's a bad idea though. Like give them a test run. Like it's what those shows are made to do. Like they should.
I'm not opposed to it. I
think they should do like a 2-hour movie. Just a 2-hour movie they put on Disney Plus.
You wanted a 2-hour Book of Fett that turned out the way it did?
No. I
did. That would have been better.
Yeah, that would have been better.
No. You're considering it as a 2-hour movie. Now, I'm saying, like, if you had Rodriguez do that, what they did with that thing, it wouldn't have been the top episodes wouldn't even been in there.
My thing is like all the rumor about a new High Republic show still sounds a bit like Acolyte to me because there's the talk of like, oh, it's Stranger Things in space and all that. But the showrunner, which I think is Leslie, I always get her last name wrong. It's Highland, but like she does for the most part like kind of dark comedy television series in the past is what she's written. So
well, as we said last week, we heard that VP from Lucas talk, and we're going to break it down. We were going to break it down today, but we're actually going to break it down probably over the next 2 weeks, just kind of as the timeline set off. Because as usual, this has become just like a huge thing, and it would be like a 6-hour show. We're not going to do that for you, but he hinted that there was stuff, but it was going to be years down the road from it. So I think anything you hear right now coming out is like still setting up, like JJ said, for the Acolyte show, which should be another year or so out.
Oh, I'd say even longer than that.
End of phase 2.
I'd say 2023 probably.
2023.
I'm
saying end of phase 2 or end of phase 2 somewhere around there. All right. Russian Dolls, which was good. Yes, we know, Joe. You like the Russian Dolls? Yes.
No, that was the show she did.
Yes, the Russian Dolls. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes, the show.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, not that he likes Russia. I don't know. Did you? Maybe you mail your wife? I don't know.
Those nesting dolls are fun.
Oh, nesting dolls, Russian nesting dolls.
No, he means the show. I was saying nesting.
Everything, yes, leftover. Dom's favorite quote: "Everything is so far away." He does get mad at that. We're gonna have him after this segment of comics. We're gonna have some cheap plugs here too. But after this, we'll have Dom get what's gearing his grinds or grinding his gears today. So next week we have the High Republic. This is the last. 13 is the last and final High Republic adventures under the IDW title. Not only is it that, but it's also switching over both, from what I hear, artists and like the kid. This style of book won't be here anymore because Gray's taking over when they go to Dark Horse. Which is what, October, JJ? Yes.
Yep.
So we're gonna have a hiatus for a while.
Well, you'll have a graphic novel, but we don't know whether it'll be related to any of this stuff from Older and
Older's gonna do that.
Tableau. But,
So I mean, get some of these these RIs shouldn't be more than $10. If they're more than $10, pass on them. But like these last couple ones, I don't know. I'll tell you what I did. I just picked up another 12 just because.
Which one's the RI?
RI is the one on the right. It's the weird coloring stuff.
I got you. So the Dumbledore Death one is the cover A.
Yes,
it's the same. It's the same as the last page on High Republic 1 and the third print for High Republic 1 for the Marvel series. Yes. Mm-hmm. All right, FOC. We've got Vader 21. A little bit of what is it? The Crimson Reign crossover. We've got the 1 in 20 with the dark saber and the Doom bots, and then we've got the variant. I think the variant's pretty dope. So that's your FOC. Speaking of FOCs, you guys should probably order this soon. It's coming soon. Is Star Wars 22. This is the last of the Sprouse line, and also the one cover that Sprouse has not given us yet. We do know that Sprouse, the two surprises that Sprouse gave us right around FOC was Mando and the Child, aka Grogu, and the other one was the Bo-Katan one, which they gave like one day before FOC. We assume that they're going to try to leak out. So this will be FOC in 2 weeks, but you should probably order it soon because JJ, what are our synopsises of what they might put in here? We can go around the horn if you like. We'll start with JJ. JJ, which cover would you like him to do for the FOC or see it coming?
What I would like or what I think is going to be?
What do you think? Both.
What I would like is a Visions cover. Sorry, Jedi.
Sold out.
What I think it'll be is Bad
Okay,
Batch.
there you go. You think it'll be Bad Batch? Okay.
Yeah.
Big Daddy says the 1 in 10 was sold out already on Midtown for the Adventures. You think it'll be Bad Batch? Okay, Dom, what would you like to see, and what do you think it's going to be?
What I like to see is Boba Fett and Fennec Shan.
Yeah.
But you know what? If it's not Bad Batch, most likely it's probably will be Bad Batch. I would definitely go for a Fennec Shan cover. Hopefully, I think it's Fennec Shan.
The last 5 covers he's done has been from Mandalorian. All right. Or is it 4?
4.
So that's
4.
4.
Mm-hmm. Pete, what do you got?
I'm with Dom, actually. I think it would be really cool if we had Boba and Shan. Boba sitting on the throne, Shan next to him as that moment. But I will not be disappointed if it's Bad Batch too. I do like Bad Batch. If they give us Bad Batch, I'll still be cool with it.
In theory, he could still do a Fennec Shan cover on Bad Batch.
True. Cool. All right, Jedi, what do you got? Vision for Jedi.
I was afraid. I'm still afraid it's going to be Vision, but I don't think it is. I hope, and I think, and I hope. So 2 birds, 1 stone. That it's going to be Bad Batch. That's anything else would be a disappointment to me, I think.
Okay, so that's the 2 options. And that really is what it is. And what did Jay say here? He said Omega, Bad Batch. So Omega, Bad Batch. Either way, this is why we're saying to order this, because the 2 realistic options that they're going to do is this. Because they've been doing so many of season 2 Mandalorian covers, they could obviously do a season 2 Book of Boba Fett. That was the end scene, which would be both those 2 on the cover. You get your first Fennec Shan, or you can do a Bad Batch cover, which will be first appearance of Bad Batch in comics, and at least on a cover. And you'll see, you will also see the first Omega. So, and you could get Fennec Shan in that. That would be the perfect one. The perfect would be have Fennec Shan with Omega and Bad Batch somehow.
When you did like
only because my personality, I'm a little bit of a button pusher that I say this. Yeah. But if it was the mods, that would be hilarious. I wouldn't mind it, but that would be hilarious.
My God, that'd be funny. Go ahead, JJ. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the when he did like droids and was it Ewoks too? I think he did like a whole cast.
Yep. He did a whole casting for
so I mean, like everybody that was in that,
but he did it for
show was on that cover.
He did it for Resistance. He only did one character we already had.
Yeah,
that was messed up.
Yeah, so depends on how he does it. I don't know.
You ever think maybe they might do a variant cover of a variant cover? It could be a special 1 per store.
No, they not.
The last cover, like just put it out there. You never know.
I do. No,
they don't do that.
So what is the FOC for this? A week from
tomorrow, I think
right?
Next week. It's going to be next week. So we'll either hear about it. If it's going to be something that's not that important, we'll probably hear about it. We'll probably hear it on Tuesday before Wednesday. If it is going to be something important, we probably won't hear about it till Thursday or Friday. We'll put it on the IGs. We'll all try to share it on our IGs when it pops up. Penguin will probably have it before Preview World, before what's their names? Diamond. So we'll get it up there as soon as we can to you guys. All right. But yeah, just to keep it low, just so you guys don't miss out for all those people, so you don't have FOMO when it comes out and say, nobody said it. We're giving you 2 weeks notice. Just call up or reserve or before Midtown has sold out on it. Just get a copy or 2. Oh, speaking of next week. So next week, I'm going to be at the, we've been talking about for a while now, the Macomb Expo Center, if you're out here in Michigan. It's the Great Lake Comic Convention. This is kind of our first set off of cons that we like to do. We're going to have some great guests there. Feel free to show up. Dan the Man is going to be there too, regular in our chat, part of the Dark Side crew over here. They're going to have Jim Shooter But also they're gonna have Larry Houston, which I think is kind of cool because he's the guy that did like the animated X-Men stuff. Pretty dope. I mean, Shooter is what Shooter is, right? He's a shooter, so there you go. They're gonna have Lex Luger, and the funniest thing was JJ's like, wow, he really got skinny. Unfortunately, he had a little issue with his with a back infusion, so he doesn't walk anymore. I think he's in a wheelchair, but I think he can kind of walk. So
You look like you shrunk too in height.
yeah, he did. Rod Simmons is also going to be there, so I'm super stoked for that for all you wrestling fans. But more importantly, this guy's going to show up there. Kind of Kim Simmons. For those people that don't know, he's the guy that did like all the pictures and all the graphics for like the camera graphics for the Kenner series for all their toy lines. So hopefully I'll get to chow him, have a little sit down with him, maybe do a little chat. He does some calendars and stuff too, so hopefully we'll have some.
Can I ask him about HasLab?
And I will not. I'll ask him if he prints it, but I don't think he's done anything for HasLab.
No, I'm saying just his opinion on.
Damn. Everybody says I can ask him. Sure, he seems like a very nice guy. I've never met him before. This is the first time I'm gonna meet him, so I'll try to get some footage of the con for you guys. We might do it as a different show or whatever, but I'm try to get an interview with him, see what we can do. Obviously, I'm pretty familiar with the guy who puts it on. Yeah, I know everybody's saying "damn."
No, I was laughing at Zach. He just zinged you.
Oh, what is he saying?
Yes, what kind of shoes you're bringing?
Would you like to know? I've actually went and bought new ones. Is Marco going as the lot? Yeah. There's a new Steiner brother. That's good. What kind of shoes are you bringing? So they haven't had because they only have the Meyer only has a sale on New Balance or on Skechers around the time for Motor City Comic Con, but they do have their New Balance sale. So I bought 3 new pairs of New Balance. I will show you pictures of each. One is actually kind of cool. I think it's a little bit too hip for me, but I got it for $20. So what are you going to do? There we go. That's the answers. Plus, as you heard from Jedi's intro, one of my new pairs of Skechers, some lady at the grocery store got way too close and then decided to drop a big jar of pickles on it, and it broke. And it broke all over in my shoes. So I had to throw those away because pickle juice and glass is not something you want to walk on. They are going to have sweet raffle door prizes. I actually thought these were kind of cool, right? Like they're going to give away a spider. This is Friday. If you just go, they do a call out for a lot of stuff. They have like raffle prizes all the time. And I think the tickets aren't that expensive. I think it's not that expensive a con to get into. Then Saturday, they're actually doing a 9.6 Hulk and Doc Strange. They'll have a bunch of other stuff. I was just pulling out some of the keys. Here we go. Regulars that are going to be there. Daggett's Comics. We always tell you guys, check him out online. He's a good friend of ours. He will be 402. They put none of us together, by the way. Dynamic Duel. That will be me and Sean. We are going to be 106 right down here in the middle aisle. We're going to have Dan the Man. Dan the Man. He's good. No, you got to check him out, Dan. Dan is at 507. What?
Pete, can you circle? Can you circle?
I can't.
Yeah.
I would.
What he's talking about.
I would tell Illustrator,
your Illustrator.
Bring back the Illustrator. And then Brad is another one of our friends that we talk about and you've seen on this show before, and he's at 102, so he'll be against this wall right here. The entrance is right there. We're pretty much all there except for Dan. Dan, where'd they put you in the cheap seats? Oh, yeah, they put you pretty much the furthest away. So there we go. All right. Come on by.
It's like grade school. They had to like separate you.
I know they did.
Can't have these guys together. We need to separate them.
We're already giving good prices. We actually are like we're trying to get rid of like we sent too much into grades, and now we're just trying to get rid of some of the good raw stuff that we have and make room for more inventory coming this spring because we got a couple more shows we got to do. So if you're down there, it'd be cool to see you. Like I said, I'll try to shoot some con stuff. If you guys look that over, even if you're not from here and there's somebody suggests you'd like me to talk to, or you have questions for anybody there, feel free. Or if there's books you want us to look for or whatever, just let us know and we will. No, we're not maddening it. We'll have Pete do that on Wednesday. If you guys look at the Wednesday, I'll send over the side to him and he'll madden it up for us. That Madden thing drives me crazy. Dan said that it's buy one, get one free at his booth. So if you guys go there to Dan the Man at 506, buy one, get one free there.
Sure, buy one, get 2 free.
Speaking of that, speaking of Sticks and speaking of Pete, I don't know. Actually, I said speaking of Sticks, but I don't know if Sticks, I think he probably is because he said something earlier. It is also Whatnot Star Wars weekend coming up. Is that this weekend, Pete?
Next week, yeah. Next weekend.
Coming up weekend. So Pete will be actually back-to-back hours is Pete and My Bargain Comics, Steve Horn. So go buy their stuff really cheap. Make sure you underpay. Don't give them a lot of money. Whatever you do, underpay them. They won't care. Make sure you don't get sucked in. And you know what I mean? Then come over here and brag on it next Sunday on the show. All right. Excellent. Up next, we're going to have show and tell. Jedi, do you have show and tell?
Yeah, but I need to, in order to show, I probably need to change camera. So if you want to go to someone else. Well,
JJ, do you have show and tell? This is supposed to be an easy segment.
Quick.
All right.
Let me see.
Change cameras,
Yeah,
Jedi.
real
Anytime
quick.
change cameras.
So, I ordered some stuff from the UK. And among it
Pete,
was
do you have show and tell? Who's not ready for show? You all asked
All right,
for
I
show
got
and
it right
tell,
here.
and then
I'm
nobody's
ready
ready
now.
for show and tell. Okay,
I'm ready now.
go ahead, JJ. What do you got? Anything? You
Okay,
ready?
so first thing, I bought some stuff. These are actually German, but they came from the UK. So we got some. Oops, sorry, banged my microphone. Rebels magazine.
nice.
So these did not come out in the US or the States. So and they have comics in there, so fun stuff. And with that, I picked up one UK magazine, which is the actual first of the Rebel Crew.
Nice. I need that.
There you go.
The comic in there. So I've been looking at that for a while. Finally found it. And then one other thing I picked up. Again, this is German. So sketch cover.
Oh,
In German.
yeah.
But-
I thought it was covering up some nudity or something. I was like, what?
Nope. Sketch cover. But let me show you how they do their sketch covers in Panini. They do a much better job than the US. So
Yeah.
sketch cover front, right? That's box. It's actually a wraparound.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, on the back.
Wow.
So, and this is nice glossy stuff. So, yeah, Panini much better sketch covers than Marvel does there in the US. That's all I got. Well, and the cards, but we'll do those later.
Yeah, we'll do it.
All right, Pete. Oh wait, no, sorry, Jedi. Go ahead.
Did I go?
So a couple weeks ago, I can't remember how many weeks ago, I showed off my 1971 C3PO wrapper, and then Ruben was showing me all of his, and I was like, damn. So, but one of them, I wanted this one, so I went out and found this one from Return of the Jedi, because of course I needed that one. But I also, at the same time, it was a twofer. The guy sent me this one as well. This one, in case, if you don't know how I feel about Ewoks, you haven't been watching the show. So this one will definitely end up as a trivia prize, most likely.
But it's a
Definitely.
baby Ewok.
It's a
Yeah, I don't
baby.
care. Don't care. So I also been looking at the graded stuff. PSA stuff is, you can find it, but I also look for these other like SGC. So I picked this up. This one too will probably make it to the trivia prize pile. It's Vader and the Emperor's Guards, graded 9.2 from see what's 83, so it's Empire Strikes or Return of the Jedi. This one will not because it's Slave Leia, and this one's not going anywhere. But also 9.2 by SGC. So
Nice.
when she's choking out Jabba, that's it.
Yeah, we heard that.
It's all that way, Seeker.
All right, next up is Pete. Yes.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Hey, that's a nice comic behind you.
Give me a second. Here, I literally grabbed these
He's
today.
just looking into the comic book bag.
Well, yeah, because I literally grabbed these today when I went to the shop because I knew I saw them the other day, and yeah, I don't consider getting FOMO if you can still get it for cover. So I got a couple of the annuals.
No, I like that. As you know, I like
these.
Under the
I hate that
Siege.
cover. It's awful.
Yes, that one is. But the Under the Siege, I love the chef from Under the Siege.
I'll probably put the one of each in the whatnot next week. So if you want them, feel free. It starts at $1. So wherever it ends at, it ends at. I bought them for cover.
Slave Leia card.
And then I got some of these. If you want see my IG, I got some of these Rebels magazines at the shop too the other day. This is issue 2. Yeah, nice little Sabine Wren there.
That stuff.
And I
never
got a
happens
Clone
to
Wars
me.
one that's pretty cool. Yeah, just stuff you don't see. So I've been grabbing magazines and
Right.
oddball stuff.
Always check
Yeah,
those
was that the
magazine
best-
bins. Always check them.
Exactly.
You always got it. And always look down underneath because that's usually where they are.
And that's it.
Okay, Dom. Dom's got an excellent story. Dom, what did you have to pick up this week?
All right, so
What's grinding your gears?
so I finally received my package that I waited over a year for. HasLab, Razor Crest. Not only I waited a year, it got destroyed in the show, and then when I finally received the actual toy itself,
They were trying to make it screen accurate.
they
They blew it up.
damaged the damn thing. Yeah, I'm going to show you the piece that damaged. Look at this.
Ooh,
Look at this.
Ouch.
Look at this. They damaged it And there's a couple other little pieces.
Looks like it
that
took a
are
crowbar
damaged
to
too,
it.
This thing is huge, though.
That thing is huge. That is a cool box.
Yeah.
It's got a
Oh, he almost just damaged his computer.
I know. Yeah, so
size of that thing.
now
That thing is huge.
it's a pain in the ass because it's going for over $1,000 in the box.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about, I had a fit, it was more like 60-40 that I wanted to open it up and display it. Now the box is damaged and I'm kind of like,
80-20?
I'm going to open it up. But
Nice.
if I shake it, there's like some pieces that'll loosen it. I don't know if it's damaged even more inside.
Oh.
Actual.
It'd be the worst.
So there will be an unboxing sometime in the near future. And you might see me go off on every choice word there is known to man.
I would tag them. I would tag Hasbro and them with it.
Oh, I will.
Honestly, I know people are going to blame the shipping on it, but as I said, like this is how easy it is. Is that it, Dom? Just so like I can say,
Yeah,
like
that's
how
it.
much did that
I
thing
have other
cost?
stuff,
Real
but
quick?
this is what I really want to get off my chest.
How much did that cost, real quickly?
350 balls.
$350. Okay, so
Plus shipping.
every year I buy my wife a cake, and I actually keep the shipping material for it because it's a $60 cake every year. It is what it is because she likes this certain person that does it. It's from a milk bar. They stack the box with this. See this? This is all like one big foam bubble thing, and the cake's only $60, and they throw in some free cookies, and they throw in a pie sometimes. They do all this other stuff. You spent $320. Look at this. Like you can literally. There's no damaging it if you put this around it. The box they gave him, I know, but it's this thin.
Hold
It's
on. I'm
literally
going to show you the box itself. Hold on.
just show
Oh,
how
the
thin
box
it
they
is.
ship, they put it in the
Yeah,
box.
the box they ship it in. They ship it's no wrapping.
While Dom is doing that, I just say I would complain
Hey,
definitely. I mean, maybe you can't send it back, but maybe you can get a discount code or something. I hope we don't have any. If we have any help desk phone, if we have any
that's
people
cool.
in our viewers that are help desk,
Now,
God bless you. You have a thankless job. I am probably your worst nightmare if you ever get me
this
on the
is the
phone.
box.
So I would definitely
Right.
call and
Medium.
complain about it.
Yeah,
Now-
it's not, like a U-Haul shipping box is stronger
Look at
than this thing.
It damaged
Yeah, it looks like the boxes I see at Walmart.
here.
Yeah.
It's bent on the corners.
Oh yeah.
And
This is supposed to be it's supposed to be on a pallet. This is a pallet box, not a.
nothing.
Yeah,
Just the
see.
box with this box.
Okay, Dom, look though. Look. Sticks has said if you complain about it, Hasbro might send you a new box, which is nice. You should try that.
I know. But
Mhm.
remember, it was made only 22,000 pieces were made and it was shipped out to people.
They got
I
extra
doubt-
boxes. They got extra boxes.
Well, I'm gonna reach when I open it up and do an unboxing. I'm gonna check it out to see if it's damaged, broken inside. If it is, I will definitely reach out.
First world problems. Media mail.
The box is one thing.
Yeah.
You know, I'll get mad
Not
at
for
the box.
that. It isn't though. Like this is the whole problem with Hasbro and the Rancor and everything else. You want to know something? You can't sell people that. Like I'll normally just go. It is what it is. If you order for somebody and they're shipping medium mail and it's like free shipping and they ship it medium mail, that's the choice you took with it. Okay, like I get that. You can't be mad at that. But when you're paying for a company and you're investing this and you're paying this type of money, yo, dude, you need to have some type of backing on that. Like you can't ship it in cardboard that people use for toilet paper when they run out in the pandemic, bro. Like,
You got to understand one thing
right.
too. When they ship these out, they're in the cargo hold coming in the ships. You know, from overseas. So you don't know what the heck goes on.
Hey,
when
Rob,
they bring it over to the States, and then
we should write. They have. Hey, we've seen their
Not your
things.
problem,
Though. They have extra
Dom.
pieces.
That's their problem.
Yeah, I wouldn't even open it. You got. I would right now complain before you even open it and see what they do.
Really? Too.
All right.
Yeah,
I would too.
100%.
I would.
Can't hurt.
I mean, yeah, whatever. Yeah, what's the worst they're gonna say? Sorry, we're not gonna do it. Sorry with your luck.
Yeah.
And
Worst thing is
like,
you're back where you are right now.
Yeah. I would absolutely complain on that. All right, and I usually am not one to complain. So I mean, a lady dropped her pickle jar on my shoes, and I just threw the shoes out and the socks. Because what are you gonna do?
Packaging in Hasbro. Did anybody else pick up this parody?
No, I didn't get the mango one.
I thought it was
No,
really
hey, Dan, I would agree with you, except for one thing. When they were pitching it, they pitched the art on the box as part of the investment in this product. If you go back and watch them, they did 2 shows specifically mentioning the art in the box. So
I'll tell
big
you
selling
one thing. If they grade this, which will grade it, people will grade this. This piece is going to be a $5,000 piece.
How are
Well,
they?
you know why? Because it's going to
making
cost like
container to put it in?
$1,000 to grade it for the amount
Exactly.
of plastic you need to encapsulate the damn thing.
But how many boxes of mint? There's a lot of people
probably
that
not a lot.
probably have
Yeah. Well, Hasbro just sucks, period, with shipping stuff. I know everybody blames everybody else, but it really is Hasbro's got the problem. You got which one? Oh, what was it, JJ? What did you show?
Mandalorian.
The Mangalore. That
Mandalorian.
Oh, the mango.
I just liked it because the thing is, it says now I'm worthless because he ripped open the package.
Oh, show again. Yeah, nice.
That's cool.
So,
All right.
I thought it was funny.
What are we next into? We've done news. We've done all the things. I'll give you $350. All right. Up next, we're going to go into what was it? I didn't look at the plan.
We doing the market?
Market it is. Let's do a market report real quickly. All right, we wiped the slate clean as we said last week. We're wiping the slate clean since we're doing High Republics. We're going to do sort of.
Well, we have the 2 follow-ups. We have the Inquisitor follow-up. We got to follow up on the Inquisitor.
Oh, I cut that out of the description because I thought that was wrong, and you just copied and pasted everything. All right, go ahead and do it.
No.
Do it.
I did because we only introduced the Higher Inquisitor books last week, so we just got to follow up the week after. That's all.
Okay. Hopefully this doesn't. Is this too quiet now? I don't know. I changed the gain. It was ringing too much.
Oh, yeah, it should be fine. Where is?
Is it too much? Yeah, no. Okay.
Where's
All
my?
right. Let's do the market report then. Let's go.
I was trying to. My share screen disappeared.
Actually, it's
There
a
it is.
baseball reference in the story of.
Oh, really? I didn't actually read it. But I might
you
now.
just buy
Now that I
comics,
know
you
that's in
never
there.
read
I just like the cover. I thought the cover was cool.
All right. So we'll quickly do our update on those High Inquisitor books. Hopefully you didn't get FOMO there as well, just buying all these. Was it Rupert Friend casting rumors? Is that what the dude's name is?
I don't know.
Yeah, Rupert Friend.
But yeah, last week there were like 35 sales, 80 to like over $100, like 110, 120. This week, the number of sales have gone down, but it's still selling.
Nice.
It's still selling for that amount. Like,
yeah, it's good. This is a good hold.
The volume's gone down to 17, but it's still 70 to 127.50. And that one's at auction.
That's great. Straight FOMO. Scott, you got FOMO?
Don't. I still wouldn't be buying at these prices personally. It's just too much.
Right now.
Just another example of cover appeal to me. I mean,
yes, because he is in this book first.
It's a good book. He's in this one first, but he's not on the cover.
He's not on the cover. But last week for this one, again, there was 26 sales, and this was still like $30 to $50 for the most part. Kanan 12, which is also the first. What's her name?
Yes,
Sloan.
Admiral
Sloan.
Sloan. Yeah, Ray Sloan.
Ray Sloan.
This week,
buy 2, T. Jones. Buy 2.
Only 8 sold this week, and it's still the same price, like $30 to $60, $55. So price is kind of consistent. Just less.
You get that's spicy meatballs. Hey, did you get FOMO and buy that, JJ, or you probably bought that a long time ago?
I did actually buy it right as the news started to hit, but I bought it for like 130, I think.
Not bad.
I didn't have a 9.8 copy. Like, I actually had 2 copies, but my copies were not 9.8.
Yeah,
I think books
wouldn't
get the foreign books. They're just as good.
Yeah, I did throw this one in just because I've seen a lot of people looking at it. I do like this book. I do have it. 1 in 10.
I do have it too.
1 in 10. It's a good book.
Not a lot of copies moving, but the last week on February 10th, $200 raw. And then this week, only $90 on the 18th raw.
Ooh, look at that.
That's the only sale. Like there's only one in one.
There's not a lot of these actually, so I mean there really isn't a lot of them. It's a tough book. It's fine.
But yes,
it is
those are our non-High Republic stuff. I just want to get those out there.
I like Ray Sloan. I think Ray Sloan's a good character.
I do too.
All right, what's up next?
The 1 in 25 for High
Remember
Republic.
when this cover first came out, and this is like the first time that Marvel just started being dickheads and like their previews. They didn't finish off coloring.
Yeah, the preview image was so terrible. Like, very bland.
Now they do it all the time where they give you a half-ass cover and like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to buy it on. All right, go ahead.
Well, last week on this one, you can see these were 9.8s. It's apparently that's what was selling.
There's 9.4 for 40.
$200 for a 9.8, 9.4 for only 40 for this.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this week, and again, I don't know why it's only graded copies selling, but that's all that's selling for this particular.
Because
version
there's a
of the book.
bazillion of these things out there. Why
Yeah,
not grade?
there's a lot of them.
CBCS
All those
is
exclusives.
$121.
There's a whole shit ton
90.
of these.
You know what? Sway's emerging kind of like a hot artist lately. But
Yeah.
this is like not a great cover for him. But it's kind of weird.
Yeah, but to the
It's
point
still-
of
that's
there's a
weird.
lot of copies because of so many store variants.
Yeah, but Dwayne
Whatever.
Scott, remember we were originally, if you remember, I can remember the show. I looked at when we did the FOC on this, I was like, oh my God, it was so bad because the lightsaber looked like it was vibrating. They didn't have any of these colors in. It was,
Yeah, the background
Really
was just like a pea soup green. Like
yeah, the minute at the store, I bought 2 of them because I was like, oh, I actually really like, but I got them for like $10 a piece. So
I'm still looking for that other leg. I know it's there. I just can't see it.
behind the wood.
It's there somewhere.
Here we go with the fancy car with buckets of blood on High Republic Adventures.
Corvette.
2.
this is the first appearance of Marchand Rowe.
Yeah, this is I guess first full since that tiny.
Yeah, you do that. Get out of here. Mute 'em.
I'm just saying, at the end of
Yeah,
issue 1, there's that tiny little.
People were so mad when 1 came out because they didn't even know what it was. They're like, what is that thing? Anyways, go ahead. What do we got?
This is the 1 in 10. Last week, this thing was $40 raw, 9,670, and then a 9.8, $150. This is like February, 8th to the 13th thereabouts.
Okay.
And then this week, just kind of looking, and those were all the sales, by the way. Those 4.
Yeah.
There were 6 sales this week, still kind of in that same range. It's still kind of like 35, 50
Yeah,
raw,
living on.
150, 9.8.
Yeah. Still think it's, I mean, I wouldn't pay that price.
To
but-
150 and a 9.8 though. I think I bought a 9.8 of this a while ago for like $70 or something.
Yeah.
Well, this is only a 1 in 10, so it is a lower incentive, but
It was stupid to say. Remember that, Joe? Remember, it was like, no, it's gonna be 100,000, and then there was like 60 store variants of the fucking thing.
You know, I wish
It
I
was
would
like
have
a
got
1
somebody's
million
graded.
raw, dude, for sure.
I wish I would have got somebody's graded. I wound up just having all the copies, raw copies.
You
I
can
just
still
got
send
one
them in.
raw.
Grading companies aren't.
I don't know
so
about number 2, but I would almost bet a paycheck I could go to one of my local LCSs and still find cover A number 1s of High Republic Adventure on the shelf. I'm almost
Really?
positive I could.
Really?
I did.
Yeah.
I don't think there's either there's like a gazillion of them or there.
Yeah.
I don't like them. I don't know.
You got to understand that these comics were put on racks, so a lot of them are bent, so you can't really find.
I didn't show them in pickups, but I did grab a 1 and 2 just because they were in a box.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking.
No, there's a ton that aren't though, too, because a lot of people with the store exclusives, they were sent directly. And then
Okay.
people would claim, then they complained Marvel Rub on it and they never sent anything back. I mean, there's so many, not of Inventors, but there's so many of High Republic 1. I mean, I think when we did it the original time, remember, because we found out we had located boxes, from 2 different regional printers that had printed out the numbers, and we figured out how many boxes were on the pallet. And I mean, the numbers are just astronomical. What's 6? Oh, I like this one.
Well, this is the regular 6, and then there was the San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah.
So we get both of those. But that was the regular for the 6.
Oh, Joe, easily 1/10 the run. Easily 1/10 the run.
For the San Diego, 5 sold last week. 9.8s, $250. Raws, $50 to $65. So it's still kind of maintained a
Not
price.
where it was. Yeah.
Not where it was. It's kind of dipped a bit.
Yeah.
And then this week, it's still that same kind of price, but only 2 copies
Ooh.
this week. Both on February 14th, which was the start of my range. 14th to the day, the 20th.
Yeah, you should grab. Tony. We're gonna talk more about it next week, but we've been talking
First
about
Matthew
that one.
McConaughey on this one, right?
Yeah, pick this
The
one.
first,
Yes.
what Geo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
thank you.
wrote in the other
Yeah,
guy.
whole crew.
Yeah, the whole crew, the whole crew ship.
And we took a peek at 7 because you had the Mayhew cover with the Dark Crawl,
Darth Killer Croc.
Dark Killer Croc. Yeah, exactly.
It's all you guys called him for like 3 weeks. Dark
I
Killer.
can still call him that. It's what he looks like.
All right.
And this is your favorite cover. I know you guys love this.
Oh,
Oh,
my
gosh.
Lord, that fucking
Worst Star Wars cover ever.
Jesus Christ.
I know you love it. That's the incentive.
Watch this
And
one turn out to be the best one.
Oh, it's
This thing
Maybe
is
because
still
nobody
selling
bought it
cheap.
because it's so ugly.
yeah.
A lot of copies sold of that variant, but still super cheap. It's like half ratio.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
only 25.
Yeah, the 125 is cheap.
But 29 copies sold last week. Just to give you an idea, it's still like $7 raw, $80 for a 9.8 for the regular. And the 125 isn't far off from those prices.
I think Jedi threw up in his mouth when he first saw that last cover.
But this week, copies have picked up. 30
Ooh.
copies this week. And now it's like $10 to $16 for the raw version of it. So
Good.
it's starting to pick up a little bit of steam. I think Lopez has been posting on IG over and over about this one.
Oh, the second print, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
got
the second
featured
print
on
and,
certain things, but yeah.
but interesting. Keep an eye on that one. And then, there's that annual. The Don't Get FOMO annual.
The ugly color, don't get FOMO annual.
Yes,
the one that I might be $1,000 bet on about 3 weeks ago that it was gonna, it's important, and then.
So why is this one hot right now? Is it because of the cook?
Somebody watched our video and then they
Yeah, Wayseeker got a good point. Don't sleep on the second print of that number 7. Either.
That's what Darth Lopez is out there shouting about. The second print. Yes. Don't fall asleep about. Why are these prices going up? Because I think people finally caught up on videos, and
I still like this too, my man Porter.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to break these down a little bit bigger. We always like this one because Porter's one of our favorite characters. Now, that's not what we thought Eagle Porter, if you guys remember watching this.
Yeah.
It's the guy we always refer to as Steven Seagal as the cook in Under Siege. But, we didn't expect him to look like that because it's not originally how he did. And we were telling everybody to buy the B cover for this, which is a great cover. I don't know why it's picking up. I assume because NAP announced that there's appearances. So that's what you get. Yeah. But we also, a lot of people I know bought this, which I think they're behind on, so you haven't seen a lot of this, which was the
well, it sold out really quick.
Yeah, it did. It sold out really quick. We told you in advance. I think everybody got one.
Yeah, the other one. Well, did this one sell?
I missed that one.
I have no clue who Jim Comics is. Rob Haven. I snagged 3 today and already listed on my eBay. There you go, James. James, are you Jim's Comics? James.
Anyway,
James.
Last week, only 12 copies sold. It was still $7 to $15 on the eBay. And this is just the last couple of days. I didn't count today because a ton more sold today. This was I did this late yesterday, but only 9-10 copies, $40, $40 for either cover, $140 for the the IDW exclusive, and then a pair for $130. Prices have come down a little bit though. There's a lot more sales that happened today. Before I didn't have time to really update it. They're more in that $30 range. The other covers, but
what's a $10 book too, wasn't it? And it was $20 if you bought was it $15 or $20? So if you bought the exclusive, because it was for San Diego, but it wasn't an extra.
It was 10 or 15. It wasn't that expensive. It was 10 or 15 at most.
Waiting on shipping from Last Ronin 5 variant. That stinks. YouTube channel.
Margaret reads the chat.
All right, yeah, I'm just reading the chat. I still don't know who. I think James is Jim. I'm confused. Either way, luckily we got it for you. Hopefully, got these books for $10 or less on these. And as we said the other week, this book is gonna ship out, and then somebody did. They wiped out all 800 from Diamond. So there's a lot of copies out there. Once again, one of the reasons too, though, we liked it. I don't know why.
A couple today.
I don't know, Jimmy James liked it, but we liked it because of Porter, and he's going to have a solo series coming up in the next phase, so that should be pretty cool. Has a couple other stuff in there for first appearance. Also had Crash in there, which we talked about last week.
We got a little bit more on Bell.
Wayseeker told us last week to pound the table, and we said we've been pounding the table for this book for a while, so we like it. It's a good book. I mean, I don't care who's talking about it. They should be.
I think your point at the time was it's better than the Bake Off.
That was a month ago. I put $1,000 bet that this was a better book than the Bake Off. Nobody took me up on that offer, unfortunately, because I like to collect money. But last week, we've been talking about this book. It's a great book, so I don't care why. If it's who's talking about it now, it just is. I don't think it's $129.
No,
that's one sale that might be a little bit fishy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
a little bit. But altogether, you should have already had all 3 of these books in your collection. Except for Jedi, who hates cover A, but he bought 2 cover Bs. So there you go.
It's like an evil queen from Disney.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, Knights Hall. I don't know what that is either. James. James is Jim. Liar. Yeah, James is Jimmy.
James is not Jim.
Okay, whatever. Who cares? It's a good book. We've been talking about for a while. Yeah, it was an $8 book, right, Joe? It was an $8 book. It's a good book. You should have had this book. Book's been talked about. Forums. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good enough.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Don't have a lot of free time to watch other content and read forums because getting this stuff prepared takes a lot of time. Just saying.
And there's some guys that you just mentioned that talk about cookbooks. So there you go. Good luck on that. All right. Next up, what do we have next? We have got the timeline. Here we go, Pete.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? What are we doing?
We hope y'all did get FOLO on any of those sets. And if you did, don't worry. Some of those prices are going to be coming back down. So,
oh, you got this?
No, I think I just,
you just added it. Okay. So
all right, here we go. Timeline. Yeah, I saw that the Mayu Yoda. Did anybody buy that Mayu Yoda?
Mayhew Yoda.
Yeah, it's a big Yoda.
The new one, right?
I thought that was Kirkham.
Kirkham had one too that came out.
Was it
That was a
Kirkham?
Ren cover.
Yeah, the Tyler Kirkham Yoda, which
yeah.
still didn't really. Not for
Yeah.
me.
Well, there's a Ren cover now for Crimson
There's a what?
Rain. He did a Ren.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
Ren
one
Ren
coming. The
Ren.
Ren cover should be coming
yeah.
soon.
Interesting.
Okay, so here we go, Jedi or JJ. Let's get through it.
So, there are
Kurt
3
Hines.
phases to High Republic, and we'll get into it later. But first phase is coming to an end. Well, sort of. For effective purposes, Wave 3, which is the last wave, is coming to an end in a couple weeks. The dates are a little bit funky here. There was actually a short story that dropped in Insider Magazine, like in December 2020. But the official launch, like including launch party and everything from Lucasfilm, was January 4th, 2021. And then we had our first wave, took us through, which each wave is usually about 6 or 7 stories, took us through June 2022.
Mhm.
And then the second wave ended about 6 months later, 2022 of December. Or I'm sorry, 2021 of December. And then wave 3 ended in March, or will end in March, I should say.
Yep.
And then why I put 27th of the September this year down is that technically is the end because the art book for phase 1, which encapsulates all the art and writes about all the concept art and everything, which you've been seeing the concept art everywhere, is drops on like September 27th. So
this is just kind of like we were talking about last week to give you a scope of how long this whole High Republic is going to be in real life, and we'll talk about in the weeks following about kind of where stuff will settle in, and especially in phase 2 and 3. All right, next slide.
So phase 2, which is Quest of the Jedi, which we know a little bit about. We know it'll start October 4th. Phase 1 is expected to end somewhere around winter of 2022, so probably December or January following that. Have no idea about the rest, though. Generally, from what we've seen in the past, it'll probably last about 1.5 years, so it's probably going to end sometime in 2023, early, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
So we do know because what's his name? The Lucas guy said that it's a 5.5 year overall.
Right, but
through
phases can be different lengths.
Yeah,
But
they can be different lengths. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so probably look forward to end around December of
Mhm.
2023.
I think it might go into 24 personally, but
It could.
Yeah, I think it might go just in January.
And yeah, and the tricky thing is which I get to it kind of at the end of this, but they've delayed a lot of stuff, which from their original plan, which was a 5-year plan, like they've shifted.
Well, I think that's
stuff.
why he said it. He said now it's like a 5.5. So it's
5,
just
6
about
years.
5.5.
Yeah.
5, 6.
Yeah.
Well, see, you know what's good about this? This is taking so long. By the time this all ends, I can retire
Wow.
and I'll get my pension. And this will be
No, you're right. I mean, High Republic probably will. I mean, if you think about cinematically, like if they cut, we'll talk about it later, but if you think cinematically, it's probably after all 3 phases, like they did with other stuff. So, like, that's a long time. You're talking about 6 years. So go ahead, JJ. Keep going, though.
Yep.
Next slide.
So that would take us through phase 2, which is Quest of the Jedi. And we do have some announcements for phase 2. These got released about a week ago, and I put them in news, but we'll go over them again real quick. So there'll be a Quest for the Hidden City novel by George Mann. That drops October 4th. Convergence is
I'm
another
not looking
novel.
forward to that at all. Not at all.
Do what?
I'm not looking forward to that at all.
No.
I think that's the young adult novel, if I remember right.
Is he going to have people in armor again, dressing up like knights?
Sounds like a Dora the Explorer book.
Yeah. You've read any of his stuff. It's very interesting.
I can't remember if that's the middle grade novel or young adult novel. I want to say it's young adult, but I'm not sure. And then Convergence, which I think is the adult novel, will drop same day, October 24th. Path of Deceit, I think, drops about a month later or so. which is Justina Ireland coming back to do that one, co-writing with another author. And but the exciting thing, at least for me, is we get Dark Horse releasing, and it doesn't have a date, unfortunately. But we get Quest of the Jedi, which is going to be authored by Claudia Gray. So
That's exciting.
Her first comic, yeah, and first under the Dark Horse label. And then we get a Kevin Scott will take over the ongoing Star Wars Republic under Marvel. And again, don't have a date. I assume that's going to launch in October. There's no solicits or anything yet for that, so I have no idea. But
what's the Eagle thing? Is the Eagle thing a TPB or is it going to be a series?
It's going to be a short mini series.
It's going to be short. Do we know who's writing the Eagle one?
Charles Soule.
All
right, fair enough. Scott stuff, like he's doing, we like Scott's stuff. He usually does a pretty good job. He's doing the Eye, which is looking pretty good with its first issue. We got, we're fans of Gray. I'll see how she converts to comics. That could be a tricky thing, but Older did an excellent job with transitioning. You know what I mean? So,
well, Claudia Gray has done Lost Stars. She helped turn that into a manga, actually. For Star Wars. So she's had a little bit of the kind of the sequential script writing before too. So,
hey JJ, quick question: the first phase of the High Republic, October is the last book, right? Is that the
September?
The Marvel,
well,
the Marvel
yeah,
book.
September is the art book, but like for all intents and purposes, it's March. But yeah.
Well,
I
finished off. No,
Marvel comics until going until.
Yeah, there'll be a hiatus.
Here we go.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
You're looking at about a 4-month hiatus before it restarts again.
Okay.
Are there all the novels of Phase 1 done, or are there still more novels for Phase 1?
T-Jones, we're gonna go over that because we're gonna kind of rank the novels later.
I get to it at the end of the timeline, but I'm pretty sure the novels are done.
Yeah, I think the novels.
How would I write these? Or are you asking about T? Are you asking about these ones right here? Are you asking
these
about
aren't out yet?
Here? Yeah, but
these
these
are all
what we rank these. It's easy what I rank these real quickly. I'd rank.
I mean, the writers.
It's
a little unfair to rank the writers, even because I don't know. Like, I don't know Cordova. Maybe excellent. I have no idea. I never read anything by her.
I just put them in the middle. I
got a negative connotation by reusing Convergence because that was such a great crossover for DC.
Yeah, but I would go Scott, Gray, Convergence because we don't know what it's going to be. Ireland and Man. That's how I'd see it.
Just completely ignoring Charles Soule's Porter Angle. Man.
Or Charles.
He didn't have Charles Soule in here. He didn't have it in here. I don't see it.
I do. It's right there.
Porter Angle.
Where? I don't see it.
Where it says Charles Soule.
Oh, at the bottom.
Those are comics, right? Those are comics.
In the box.
There was no cover.
Okay, so I'm looking.
That,
That's the one I'm looking for. Oh, that's actually the title I'm looking for. The best. It's a mini. It's right up my alley.
there is no title for it yet.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's a mini, so I love it.
It's
got one of my favorite characters that I've been pounding the table for obviously, as Wayseeker said, forever.
It's called Get My Pies Out of the Oven.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's good. Hey, he's the Blades. I mean, it could be really good. So, and that Soul likes to put a lot of Easter egg stuff in there. Scott does the same thing where he does a lot of stuff that he might have transplanted into other books to play. So you go Eagle, Scott, Gray. Gray's one of the best writers.
Call him Eagle.
Angle, whatever. He's gonna say Eagle down when he kills people. Then after that, I guess you got to give it to Cordova because nobody knows anything about it, so that's got a lot of upside. Then Ireland because we know what she does.
A lot of upside.
And Man because we know what he does too. I mean, it's tough to stomach a George Mann book. It really is.
All right.
And Ireland isn't much. I mean.
Okay, let's move on.
They asked.
Merging the writers on the future book.
I'm not merging. Does anybody have a different opinion? You can not listen.
No,
you can like stuff.
Stuff. I've only ever read one George Mann novel, and it was like a middle grade novel. So that's probably not the world's.
Have you read his Star Wars stuff? I've
read it. Well, most of the Star Wars stuff I've read lately by him is kid stuff. Like I haven't read any of his actual novels. I don't think.
It's hard to judge somebody off kid stuff.
Yeah. So I mean,
he asked us what our opinion is.
I know. I'm just telling you. It's hard to gauge, man. And I don't know anything about Cordova, so I can't effectively rank her. Ireland. I mean,
there's a second. Yeah,
as far as the novels have been for High Republic so far, I haven't been a huge fan of hers compared to the other authors. I don't think he did a bad job, but
who's that?
I don't think it was great either. And the other three, though, I'm super excited about the Gray comic.
Yeah.
He's a great writer, and I've read the Lost Stars manga, which was good.
Thank you, Rob. It's subjective.
Soule, if you like Charles Soule, I mean, he's done Star Wars miniseries. He's only been doing it for years now. So if you like those, going to buy into the Portal Ingle miniseries, and he's been writing mainline Star Wars for a long time too. So.
Hey,
Same with
I'm not
Scott.
the only one here. Wayseeker's telling you it.
I'm just saying, somebody obviously is going to be last. You just don't have to dance over the fact that they're in last place.
No, it's just not what I look. Our demographic that watch this show are very
I did read
similar
that short story. Now that I think about it, I
to the
forgot George Mann wrote it.
on this panel, so they're probably going to have similar likes to us. That's
True.
just how. That's the truth of it.
All I'm saying is it different to say I'm worried about this one, to say you're concerned, but we have no information other than the title and the author. Just say
I said this. I said
But don't
anything
be
that
like,
man's written is tough for me to digest. That is 100% the truth. It's tough. All right, next up, what do we got next?
I don't know. What do we have next?
Is it
We
anybody-
have-
We did
champion
Wave
man?
3 the best I could. So
Yeah,
nothing
it's
for
all-
Wave. Yeah. Besides the name,
25, 26. I think it'll end in 26. I think that's really when it's
Yeah.
going to end. Is 26.
I'm thinking 20. Well, you know what? So the exciting part to me about Wave 3 is I think that's when we're going to see more of the multimedia stuff
Yeah.
involved.
Well, they
Yeah.
kind of hinted at that already. Yes.
Yeah, you'll see the Eclipse video game drop. You'll see Accolade probably drop somewhere in that
In the
hopefully
20
2023, but maybe 2024 time.
At worst, 2024. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think you'll see a lot of stuff drop. So,
And then I think,
Well,
like
there's-
Dom asked too, I mean, an animated series probably after that, probably in the 25, 26 would make sense.
if there is one, but yeah,
there is one.
Definitely toys
Well-
and stuff like that.
Because if you
I think
watch
toys will
it-
come sooner. Maybe I don't know. I could be wrong.
but if you watch that interview 2 weeks ago on the what's it called, the Star Wars High Republic show that StarWars.com does, when they had the guy from Lucas there, she'd asked. We mentioned this already, but she had asked a question like, "What do you see what other projects? The two projects? She a couple projects, and he says we have a couple projects that were like way down the road, but we can't talk about those outside of the regular media. They're talking about outside of games, outside of print media." And everything else. So I think there's still two more things probably, because why do you say couple unless there's more than one, right?
Yeah.
So
And I think there will be like an animated series at some point, or
animated
at
series,
least an anthology series that involves High Republic.
But I mean, we're looking at
something like that.
2026, 2026, like 2026, 2027 for that type of
And
stuff.
maybe we'll get something at Star Wars Celebration. They'll talk about it. Talk about something.
Yeah.
I want like
I mean,
a
actually-
Love, Death in the High Republic. Like I want like an anthology like that.
Yeah.
Maybe something different. A lot of different animation styles.
Well, what
If the history goes by animation, they can bring that out pretty quick, really. Like from the time they announce it to the time the project's started.
which
So, I mean,
which is why, and I think they'll do it in phase 2. They'll announce the animation, and then you'll
Yeah.
get the animation maybe in phase 3 after. That's why I think that Acolytes is going to be at the end of
a
phase.
lot of the I mean, the stuff is so it's a little bit complicated as far as the way it goes, and we'll get more to it in the timeline. But phase 2, Quest of the Jedi, will be a prequel, basically taking place 150 years before the timeline we're at now for High Republic. But I still think a lot of it's going to be involved. What it seems like they're doing is they're taking a lot of the young people now in the High Republic sector you're seeing now, and then we're going to see the backgrounds of a lot of the Master Jedi and the older Jedi we know. Like probably there'll be a Yoda story. You'll probably see some, like we got a Portal Ingle story coming. A lot of those guys you'll see in phase 2. We'll see them as younger Jedi.
Do you think we're gonna get the Eye of the Storm's Day? I think we're gonna get the whole, like, what are they called, the bro, or the whole group?
Mhm.
We're gonna get a little family background to that, because I think
Could
that
be.
opens up to like the Sith part is like, and that's kind of what we've been.
Well, and Eye of the Storm is one of the things that hasn't finished yet, technically. So we could still even see some of that here in a couple
yeah,
weeks.
but Eye of the Storm 1, where you see a lot of the stuff. We'll talk about more of that because that's Marvel, right? So we'll talk more of that next week. But yeah, all right.
We didn't even get to the timeline yet.
Let's recap
Nope.
phase 1.
So goal here is to kind of just give everybody a quick recap of. I think I captured most everything that came out. Now, granted, there's 2 or 3 of these things I haven't actually read myself, but I did research them.
Yeah.
But most of the stuff I did read, and so this is kind of recap and give you at least what my opinion was
Across the group.
Yeah, my opinion,
We've got-
plus maybe a little bit mixed in from other sources about what the reading order is, like chronologically in universe. So not necessarily when they came out.
A lot of this stuff was made to individually read it in subsets, though. You don't have to read one to follow it through.
No.
So, you know.
So you don't have to, yeah, exactly. You don't have to follow this reading order that we see here. But this kind of give you how it falls in the in-universe timeline. In Jedi, sorry, but this is a timeline.
You can take a. We'll wake you up, Jedi.
Take a nap or go eat dinner. But yeah, so basically, shockingly, what we see from the High Republic so far in phase 1 only takes place over about 2 years.
Yeah.
So in December 2020 was the first story, and it starts off in 2032. And it kind of tells we actually get characters that come up later, which is Josh and Pika Arden in this short story. And basically it tells kind of the in construction phase of Starlight Beacon. So yeah, I don't. To me, there wasn't much interesting that happened in the series, but it was kind of neat that it kind of kicked it off.
Yeah, it's like a teaser.
Yeah, and there are other Insider High Republic stories which I didn't all include in this timeline because I didn't read them and I didn't quite know exactly where they fell.
The magazine for this one too.
Even though I have the magazines, I probably should have picked up the magazines and actually read them.
This one had was it the PX or whatever it was, or the sub, was it the subscriber, whatever it was, had a High Republic cover on this one too.
That was the first appearance of High
Yeah,
Republic.
it was the previous exclusive
In a magazine. Yeah,
Wasn't this also the Grogu book? Like there's a Grogu cover of this?
Grogu cover is 195.
Was it one? Okay.
Yeah, this was High Republic, and then the subscriber cover was Anakin and
all right.
Ahsoka.
Wayseeker, that's cool. That I mean, they're going to put them all together, so that's fun.
Yeah, it will be released in a book. I think that comes out in September. From what I read, if I remember right, the book. So, which they do that with now with the fiction. They have fiction collections for Insider. So if you just want to read the stories, they'll condense it into a
really cool
little hardback. I actually showed a couple in pickups a couple weeks ago. But.
All right, we can't make the timeline too long. Let's go, JJ.
No, okay.
So
Light of the Jedi was the first adult novel. That came out January, I think, 5th, 2021. So that was technically the first real High Republic story.
And our top 10 list
introduced...
this week is based off the novels. Top 10 next week is going to be based off the comics. So there we go.
Yeah.
We'll have this.
So basically it told from the perspective of many of the Jedi characters we got to know, it told the perspective of the Great Disaster, which was the breaking apart of a ship in hyperspace, which ended up being the Nihil were responsible for it. And then again, just basically taking place at the exact same time was the young reader's book, which is Jedi Rescue, or Great Jedi Rescue, I should say.
There was a lot of those that came with printer damage in it too in the Great Jedi Rescue, just so you know.
So it takes place pretty much at the same time, along the same timeline, or maybe a little bit immediately after it. But it told pretty much a similar story through Nib.
Yeah, didn't it have like the end of the book, like the parts in the novel?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of these overlap each other. Like a lot of the Phase 1 stuff will overlap each other, and a lot of the Phase 2 stuff will overlap.
12 pages too. It's a kid's book. Like it's a little.
It is a kid's book. Yeah.
The kids have it. Like they still read it.
Yeah, young readers is usually intended for somewhere like between 8 and 12. Maybe even a little bit younger than that sometimes. And then the young adult novel, which personally this was my favorite. But we'll get to that in rankings
later. I wasn't gonna say anything.
But yeah, so. Again, introduced a whole bunch of Jedi we haven't seen yet, and a crew we really like. But this was written by Claudia Gray. It was Into the Dark, so it takes place briefly, actually, after the Great Disaster. Kind of, again, they kind of overlap a little bit, but you had it kind of taking place a little bit before, during, and after it. But it ends at the dedication ceremony of Starlight Beacon, so it kind of ends after the other stuff ends.
Can I ask a question to the panel? Was it Light of the Jedi that pretty much, I don't know if everybody is the same way as me, but like Ava's Chris's character, which I would say is not exactly top tier as far as High Republic characters are out there. Like, was it because of Light of the Jedi and because of Into the Darkness, or is it just because like all around it's not a good character?
It's just too kind of.
You see how I packaged it up and gave the answer to it already without asking?
Yeah. It's kind of bland vanilla. I mean, what do you want?
Yeah. Jedi, I think you like her. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me to figure out who is a top tier character in the High Republic. Personally.
No, well, I mean,
we all have our favorites, right? I mean, we all have our favorites. But who is a top tier? I don't know.
Well,
I like her. I don't think she's a wasted. I don't think she's a wasted character. I think we're going to get definitely more from her.
She's definitely a waste.
I think she's pretty cool.
So.
Dom, you think she's cool?
You know why? Because when she first appeared in the Kylo Ren book, just the hologram about her that showed her, but her story is that she
don't get Jedi started on that book.
From the music.
You're all pushing my buttons today.
And I like that. I thought it was kind of different and unique about her character. And I was thinking that she was going to turn dark and become a Sith. I actually would like that. If she turned dark.
No, we're asking you currently how they've written her. You like the character because currently,
I actually, you know what? Currently, about how they've written her, it's different compared to what I feel about her.
Yes.
They,
Okay.
They haven't
You-
written
you
her
have-
good.
I'm going down his tunnel. All right. Next up.
I'm sorry.
Next up.
No,
Yeah,
no, I'm
I-
saying-
Marco, I think you're just treating her like Luke. You just have some Luke hate that is just.
No, I
you're
don't. I
treating her
just
as a
think
peg
Maybe
warmer.
what Marco is saying is, I think maybe we all expected her.
Yes.
Expected more from her, more of
Agreed.
her, and we haven't
Yes,
gotten
agreed.
it yet.
Agreed.
Maybe,
That's
maybe.
where I think she was a failure as a character because we've gone through phase 1 and you could have written her out. And I
No,
don't think
I would agree with that. I expected a lot more of her by now, and we haven't got it, but I'm still holding on to her.
If your favorite isn't Porter, you're wrong. I mean, I don't know. Like,
My
dude,
favorite is Vern.
when they introduced them on that
Vern,
planet, yeah, I mean that whole group when they
Favorite
introduced
Jedi,
it, like,
anyway.
I mean they killed Great Storm, but okay, go ahead, come on.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
talk
Yeah,
about it
so you
later.
didn't give me the move along earlier.
No, move along. Give me the move along. Move
Flip.
along.
Next.
Well, we got to go to the next one. All right. Well, here. I'll
Chat's
put that
killing me
up.
though. The chat is the.
Hey, I want to have control over that button, whatever it is Pete's pushing. I need control
All right,
over that.
well,
Oh, now I got on a cry on.
Ooh,
right.
test of courage.
So, Test of Courage. Not everybody's favorite, but I didn't think it was too bad. But anyways, it was the first middle grade novel. So this takes place. It tells the story. Actually, this introduces a few Jedi, like Jedi's favorite, Vern and Emery. I think were
The main
they
man
first
Vern.
introduced in here, and we get Avon Staros. So it's interesting because it first introduced Avon, which she becomes a focal point later on too. But it's a lot of non-Jedi story in here, which is kind of interesting. But this takes place just after the Great Disaster, so it's kind of hard to place in a timeline because, like, this book, for instance, I think it's supposed to take place over like 8 days, and like, for instance, Into the Dark took place over like in universe wise at least like a month. So hard to place in the timeline, but you're looking at about right around there. And then next for my reading order, I put in Go Ahead and Start the Marvel comic run.
Nice.
Yeah, so the Dringir arc, which was I think issues 1 to 6. Yeah, Marco's favorite arc of this comic. Obviously, it tells about the Dringir, but this would basically pick up about right where Into the Dark left off because it starts around the dedication ceremony of Starlight, and obviously introduces Kiwi and the twins and Skier and ton of first appearances in this book. So
yeah, first appearance. And first. We're gonna go all over the first appearances in 2 weeks. Don't worry about it. Keep going. Next up.
And then this was again the George Mann story, which I had forgotten that George Mann even wrote. All right, I put it by Kevin Scott. Was it Kevin Scott or George Mann that wrote this one? Anyways, it's the story pretty much of Stellan Gios, and he's basically on patrol around holiday time in Coruscant. So I forget what the holiday on Coruscant is technically called.
Life
Coruscant Day. I don't know. No, it's not Life Day. Life Day is the Wookiee holiday. It was in the Life Day Treasury anthology, but yeah. So apparently there's Christmas on Coruscant.
Dragon one.
That was this, but it was a short story.
Yeah, there's stories inside of these.
Patience.
Yeah, so these books, like the Life Day Treasury, and there's another one, Dark Legends later. They're anthology.
It
books,
wasn't
so
as bad as what happened later.
An anthology of short stories.
All right, next up, next slide. We're almost there. All right.
Okay, so High Republic Adventures is where I picked up on this. Again, still 2032 or 232 BBY. Sorry, and again, a ton of first appearances.
A lot of first appearances.
Yeah. So you got
And
everybody from
cover the 110's pretty
Little
good.
Bibs, Torben.
I like the 110. The 110's
Yeah,
good.
introduces Yoda into the High Republic.
Yeah. Yoda, I like the Yoda. I got 2 of them. I mean, there was a lot of them. One High Republic one still was pretty high out there, but Blue is cool.
Yeah. I like Torben Buck. He's one of my favorites.
Buckets of blood.
Buckets of blood.
The Court's in this too, which is one of
Court also. Court became one of my favorites later on. I always he didn't do anything for like this arc, which was
when
about
he
the first
came out.
5.
When he popped out, he popped out. I mean, he hit it home. Okay,
but so it introduces the Star Hopper Padawans, which that's Lula, Farzala, Court, and then obviously Zine plus Crix, and then their masters, respective masters.
All right, and then we got.
You can pick it up next at the next IDW comic, which is Monster Temple Peak. Again, this is 4 issues long. I say read it all at once. This kind of crosses over a little bit of everything. Like it flashes back and then forward and then everything else. So you can really just read it all at once. It was originally supposed to be a graphic novel.
Exactly.
Split it up into 4 issues. Kind of screwed with the pacing. I think it was a good story, but it does introduce Ty York, who was a favorite of a lot of people, kind of like Jedi Monster Hunter. But yeah,
and it's got Kylus in it too, which is he's
backstory.
Latest
Terradine,
He's pretty good. We can talk more about him next week.
Yeah.
No, 2 weeks because we're gonna do the Marvel thing. Okay, next up after that.
So this was the other short story. And this one, I actually haven't read, and I have this anthology series. Dom actually gave it to me as a Christmas gift. I still haven't read the story yet. I need to read through the thing.
Read, James.
But so it is a Dringier story, but basically it occurs around the end of the Dringier arc, and it is the first one that launches in a 2031 BBY. So, yeah, so it'll be right around the end of the Dringier arc of confrontation.
There you go. George Mann wrote that. Okay, enough of that. Next up.
Moving on.
Yep. So then we get our second novel, which again, this would kind of kick off wave 2. So you have, again, taking place in 2031 is The Rising Storm, which this kind of moves past that whole Dringier arc and starts with a big Nile confrontation, the attack on the Republic Fair. And it takes place not quite 1 year, I think, but it's around 1 year after the Great Disaster. So. And next up, you get a children's book by George Mann, everybody's favorite. So this is technically the final entry of, I should say, wave 1, not phase 1. I don't mean phase 1, sorry.
Yeah.
But it also depicts about the same events as the novel. A lot of the children's books pretty much did the same events as the adult novel. Only again, you see this through the eyes of Buri Yaga more than anyone else. So it takes place about exactly the same time as Rising Storm does. And then you had Race to Crash Point Tower, which I don't know. Did anybody else read this? I thought it was good. And I'm not like a huge middle grade novel fan. It does introduce Ram Jarama Ram.
Oh, yeah.
Who, as we learn later on, is the inventor of the word wizard. So we have him to thank for that. At least in universe. Yeah. But this, again, takes place around the same time as the assault on the Republic Fair. And it goes a little bit after that. So that's why it comes next in the reading order. But takes place pretty much around the same time. You see the events mostly through his point of view.
Ram Jam.
Ram's not bad.
Ram Jarama Ram.
Yeah, Ram's all right.
Yep. And then the young adult novel for this was Justina Ireland's Out of the Shadows. So this really gave you a lot of depth on Vernestra and Wreath. This was one of those that you could really kind of put interchangeably in a different kind of slots in the reading order, but the conflict that they resolve here doesn't really have a lot to do with the attack on the fair, even though they talk about it in the book a lot. So I put it after the stuff that had to do with the Republic Fair attack. You could theoretically read it at any point in there, really, probably, and get away with it. Same with Trial of the Shadows. But yeah.
And this is where I started I could not keep up. This is where I started falling behind. Like,
Oh, it's all right. You didn't miss much.
books. Yeah. Relying on you guys.
Oh, yeah. So, and then optional reading material that falls in there.
Out next week.
Yeah. So Star Wars Adventures #6 had a story involving Maria Santeca and the Nihil and Dr. Uttersound, which I put that in there as optional because it does tie into events in Tempest Runner. But actually, the next thing, scroll down a little bit there for me. There you go. Trail of Shadows, I actually put next, even though it just ended as far as the thing. But I said go ahead and read it here because it actually picks up right where Rising Storm ends, which is the leveler attack on Bell and Loden, which turns Loden into dust, literally. So that's kind of where Trial of Shadow starts, even though it stretches on a little bit more into the timeline, but you could probably read all 5 issues.
Yeah. It's a good, I love this series.
Yeah.
I mean,
this was a really good miniseries. Very good miniseries.
It actually was one we were hoping that was going to be good, and I think it paid off. I mean, look, if the George Mann stuff, you guys call me out in chat. If the George Mann stuff turns good, I'll give him his credit. But like this one, I think we were looking forward to it, and I'm glad it did what it did. It was pretty much a home run. So
yeah, the Law and Order in Star Wars.
Yeah. So then you got to Tempest Runner, which I forgot to check. Has this come out in the script book form?
Yeah,
like the printed form?
I don't think so.
I don't think it has either. But yeah, it was launched as an audio production, so full cast audio. But basically tells the origin of Lorna D. So it actually stretches longer, but it ends about 231 BBY. Is about where it ends. With kind of her departing. Yeah, her departing from the Nihil and the destruction of Gravity's heart, and Maria Santeca dying is kind of where that ends. But,
well, you see it there, Tiga.
Yeah. Right. And then again, taking place about right around the same time in the timeline, probably. So you could theoretically read this before or after Tempest Runner, but by the time you get to the the 12th issue or whatever that we're at. It's going to involve a lot of what Tempest Runner does with D in there.
The
But
not variant.
yeah. So yeah, this is I forgot I put that on there.
Right.
Non-light field variant.
Because when we first
The
saw
Bigfoot.
it,
Bigfoot variant.
yeah.
The big skier foot.
But yeah, this is where it begins. They call it the what is it called? This is the Shadow of the Night Hill arc, I think is the name of it. But yeah, so basically involves Kiwi going undercover with one of the twins, I should say, to infiltrate the Night Hill. So.
Tomax or Zaymar.
And then Avar is hunting. They think at this point Lorna D is the Eye of the Nile, so Avar spends most of this arc hunting her down.
All right. Cool. Zatir. All right.
Yep. Yeah, you get a what is it, Krang?
Krang.
Oh,
Star Wars version of Krang in that book.
Yeah, Krang.
So this is where I put Edge of Balance. Wayseeker asked where it comes in. It's kind of a funky one. Did I link that to the wrong slide?
Cool.
I did.
Well, no, we're
supposed to
just
be linked
showing. Yeah, don't. That's not here yet.
Oh, what did I do? I accidentally hit the wrong button. Sorry. My bad.
Yeah, no overlay for this.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, so it introduces Lily and her kind of crew, I guess, on her temple. I didn't really know where to put this. It takes place kind of around the end of the Dringir arc. So they are under a Dringir attack, but then at the end it mentions the attack on the Republic Fair. So you kind of pretty much put this forward in the reading order if you want, or you can put it back. It kind of just falls wherever it falls.
Well, because there's a second part of this coming out too, so we haven't really figured out when the whole volume is going to crack in here. So
yeah, and then the story doesn't directly involve too much of the other events. They mention them, but they don't really get in. Nobody departs for that world or anything. It all takes place in one place. The only thing that would involve a Dringir is the fact that they are attacked by one, which ends up being the Nihil Sensit there. So,
but okay, now these did have those firsts. So Marco wasn't wrong in showing those.
Yeah.
These whatever.
Well, that should be for a different one. I think I got it mixed up.
Yeah, you got it mixed up.
Okay. Oh no, there.
Probably linking.
There it is.
That one. There we go.
This one. That's why.
I just couldn't read. You had two High Republic. Yeah, it was an FLC. Is a.
Yep. So the free comic book day version came first, and did have both those characters in them. So.
Yeah.
I could see that. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, if they finish off the Visions thing or whatever, I could see them doing a Magnus series on High Republic. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the other free comic book day.
Yeah, this is where.
That's the one for Ram and the other characters. So that's where I put the second half of Adventures, which is the current arc, which finishes up next week. Actually, so it still explores the same Padawans. It adds Ram in there, and we'll explore the relationship between Lula and Zine.
You get a Gronk droid in there.
Yeah, and you get my favorite court arc.
Yeah.
Him and his background.
Somebody asked the question is, are these going to be, where was it? It was decent. A lot of these are going to be trades coming soon. Yes, the High Republic Trade Adventures is coming out next week on Wednesday. It's the first one is. So
yep, like 3 days.
You get that first one right when there, and then you have the second one probably.
First trade's already out. And same for, I think, Marvel. The first trade is already out for it as well.
Okay, then the second trade's coming out Wednesday. One of the trades is coming out for Adventures.
Second trade for both of them comes out. Well, IDW's second trade comes out now.
Yes, Wednesday. Next week when they finish up with the High Republic regular Marvel series, that trade will be coming out too.
All right, you guys you're talking semantics over that doesn't matter.
So still in 2031, we have Mission to Disaster. This is the final middle grade novel of Phase 1.
Jedi, just give me a high sign.
Justina Ireland is primarily a non-Jedi story. A lot of it's Avon Staros. It does introduce a couple new Nihil characters. This is kind of, you could read this actually before or after. It came out the same day as Fallen Star. I read it after Fallen Star, but when I got to thinking about it, you could probably be best to read it maybe before. Because they interact with those. The only problem is the ending of it might spoil the ending of Fallen Star for you. So
yeah,
I read these.
Same with Midnight Horizon.
I just finished Mission to Disaster because initially JJ said, well, you don't need to read that one. So I went ahead and went to Midnight Horizon. But then after you did the book review on this one, I had to go back and read it for one obvious reason. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good.
What was the obvious reason?
Diva
Lompa. Huh? Oh,
it's a Lompa book.
That would be cool, Rob, if they put them all together, like at least a hardcover. At least, I mean, I don't know if we need a whole omnibus.
Yeah. So next in the reading order was Midnight Horizon. I put it here again. This was the last book released. It just came out a couple weeks ago, and we reviewed it. I put it here It's the last young adult novel. The reason I put it here was because it technically begins before the events of Fallen Star, but it pretty much ends coinciding with the events of Fallen Star. So again, I can't remember exactly because it's been a week or two since I finished it. I can't remember if the ending kind of spoils Fallen Star. So if you're afraid of spoilers for a novel or something like the adult novel, you might read this after.
All three of these pretty much could stand alone, and you could read them at any time. And I think that's what they're designed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you just spoiled it anyway. So, like,
well, we reviewed it already. We reviewed it weeks ago.
If you watch the show, we've already talked about it.
Right. Fair enough.
But I didn't say how it rappened.
Oh, by the way, thanks for all the review. But we've got a lot of
there's also a typo in the name of the book is Fallen Star, not Mission Disaster, because apparently I'm bad at typos.
Okay.
But anyways, it is the final.
I missed it.
Yeah, final novel of Phase 1, and it does involve the destruction of Starlight Beacon and the death of Stellan Geos. Well, I grew to like the Stellan Geos character. At first I thought he was going to be like the guy that turned on everyone just because he was so like, Mr. Great Jedi.
Yeah, that's one thing I'll give that they didn't do a good job at the first. Well, we'll get into it with our rankings. He was a character that they both him and Chris they kind of let us down in the beginning with, and they finished him off very strong. So, all right, cool.
Well, they also telegraphed the destruction of the.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like
but we know what's going to happen because almost all these characters die because they're not around. In like 200 years. So, what you going to do about it?
So not quite over. We're still there. Again, another typo. I should have proofread this better. So The Edge of Balance Volume 2, I was just asking about it, does drop this week. It's 22nd. I think it'll come out Tuesday. Again, it's still going to follow the same team. It actually takes place in timeline from what I read in the synopsis will take place before Fallen Star.
You guys use LCS sell this? Because mine doesn't. I have to go to the bookstore.
No, you can order on.
I get it at Barnes and Noble. I just go in there.
I like how it says Volume 2, release on 2.
Yeah, right.
That's cool.
A lot of twos. But yeah, that's still in 2031. And then the final thing that comes out, which will be Eye of the Storm. It's not issue 52. It's issue 2. It's only 2 issues. Unfortunately, it's not 52 issues long.
52 issues.
That would be kind of cool if it was, but it's not.
DC.
So this depicts the origin of Mashion Ro. I put it last because obviously we don't know what happens. It comes out March 2nd, I think. So we'll find out exactly what happens in it. But according to what was on the High Republic show, Lucasfilm exec said it should be the finale of Phase 1. And the only other thing, again, totally optional, is an art book that comes out in September. So
skip the art book.
So there's going to be a gap then between they're taking a break after March.
You'll see a gap from about March until about October.
Yeah, so we'll have no High Republic, by the way, when it's off people's mind. Might be a good time to buy it.
But a good time to catch up. Catch up. Get those trades if you read trades.
Well, I can catch up on the novels because I'll be back on my commute. So I can start looking at them again.
Oh, come on. Give them a break. 52. Awesome. Speaking of that, we've got 54 live in chat. If you guys could give us a thumbs up if you like the show, we really do appreciate it. Plus,
and subscribe if you're not subscribed.
If you're not subscribed, guys, we're not even asking you to turn on the bells and notifications. We're literally just asking you to sub. Last show we only had roughly 60% sub rate, which is pretty low. So,
and to clarify, so that whole thing we just went over took place over 2 years in universe. So 232 BBY and 231 BBY. So you're actually going to flash all the way back about 150 years to 380 BBY is where Phase 2 will start. When you're talking in universe.
Wink. Don't get FOMO. Get smart. All right, Astro. Thumbs up. Well, perfect. All right, so that's that. Let's get into the top 10. Is it top 10 rankings next, or are we doing card breaks? Which one were we going to do?
I think it's rankings. Was it
rankings? Let's do rankings of the novel.
Card break.
We had cards.
People want. Unless Pete's got to go to the restroom.
I do have to take a quick pause. So
all right. Well, can you at least put up the top 10 thing, and then go take your pause real quickly, and I'll get into the first book.
Oh, you want to do? All right. Well, where is it?
It's not gonna take you that long. We can figure it out. Or maybe not. All right. So since we go ahead, Pete. Go. Go.
Don't rush me.
Good job, JJ. That was a lot. Thank you, Justin, for that. And thank you, JJ, for all that. It wasn't exactly how I wanted it originally, but we got it all taken care of. Good job. I'm looking at your face and buying time. All right. Next up, we're going to do top 10. This time, we're going to do top 10. I think we have 11 books. Most of them we just covered. We will not be covering the comics, but there was a request there was a request for to try and rank out the novels and where we saw them, and leftover. Stop it. And so we decided to pull out all the books. I think we could start. He put it in the order that I like them instead of what we should have done. I think we should start off with Light, because everybody here definitely read Light of the Jedi, which is the Charles Soule book, and introduced us a lot of characters here. And I think it did an adequate job. I don't know what everybody else's opinion would be on this one, but I think it was like, it was decent.
It's good. I mean, yeah, I think it's the first one released. It was big. I mean, not including that short story, but it's the first real release of it. I think it did a fine job for what it was. I mean,
it introduced us to a lot.
Yeah.
The Loading Greystorm. I mean, like that. I mean, we got all those characters. I thought, unfortunately, I thought that part of the book, and like, I thought that part of the book where they showed that whole area, and that's, I think, originally when we got, Eagle. What do you guys call him again? You don't call him Eagle. I call him Eagle. What's
Engel, because that's his name.
Porter
you guys yell at me at the name and call him Steven Seagal for the first 8 months he was out there.
I still know his name.
Hey, well, Porter. Either way, that's when we get to introduce Porter and that crew with Bell and the Hound Dog, which I think we all think are pretty cool.
The Hound Dog.
Not to interrupt you real quick, but a quick thing I thought of when I keep calling it like the Under Siege reference, and the cook. But isn't Porter another name for a cook?
It is.
Just saying.
Wait, is a Porter a cook or
Porter was a cook? I thought. I don't
know. Chef
Porterhouse from Caddyshack.
I enjoyed it too.
Luggage.
It did age okay but it did have some failures. I mean, the Dangir are terrible. We found that out from that. It gave us a look into the comics about it. It's going to be terrible. And Chris wasn't good. And at the time, Geo wasn't that great either. They didn't really get into the man thing as much, and so, but they did a good job rounding it out. I don't know. I probably have it in the 4 or 5. I think that's where we can start it off and see where it goes from there. Yes? No? Anybody have a different opinion?
I mean,
I liked it.
It's hard to say where we ranked. I think 4 was probably
top 3 personally.
3 or 4. I think 4 for me.
4? I would go 3, but
well, let's put it in 4 and see if it will move up. However, yeah, I mean, I did too. I thought it was a really great. That's why I think we've been so. I think because you put the wrong book up. I think because of.
Sorry, I grabbed it. You're right. That's because.
I think because of Light of the Jedi. I think that's the hard part. Because when we read Light of the Jedi, we actually not only had hope, but we saw our hopes to come to. Wow, they're actually doing something good. So we knew that the High Republic wasn't going to be complete garbage, but we did know that there was going to be problems with the High Republic. And this,
it's hard in exposition. I mean, it's an exposition book for the most part.
Yeah,
I know it's its own story, but like it's building a lot. It's that first stone. So I mean, it's hard to blame it too much or judge it too harshly, I guess.
Yeah, especially when you start the story and realize the first people you're being introduced to are just going to get destroyed by meteorites on a.
That's true.
Shark, you know what I mean? Like,
wait, it does start off rather harsh.
I mean, I think that's part of it, though. I think, we had to know going into the High Republic. Maybe not everybody did, but I think a lot of fans knew going in that these people something's going to happen to a lot of people. But there's going to be a lot of death. But I do know that even like the casual fan or just people getting into it, the High Republic has succeeded, and this is one of the reasons is because of that book. I mean, it's created a new fan base, so that's good. Next up.
I'm sorry, I may not have read a lot of the novels, but I can tell you one thing. Phase 1 did end with a bang, which is really good.
Yeah.
And even to the controversies, people did enjoy a lot of the stories.
Yeah. Did you read that one? I'm sorry, I got to go. I got to go back. All right. Next up, we're going to talk about Into the Dark. As good as Light was, I thought, and maybe it's because it was the first time. Like, I remember when people were like, "Oh, they're introducing a female Han Solo." I was like, "Don't do that." But it wasn't. It wasn't that at all. It was not that at all. And maybe that was it. Maybe it's because Gray in our little circle here gets mad respect. Maybe it's. I mean, I don't.
To me, I think it's that. She did the best job with characters in this.
She developed them faster than anybody else did. Yeah. I thought she developed them with solid stories, better and quicker in less pages
Mhm.
than anybody else.
And these were still my favorite characters, even when other writers used them.
Yeah.
For the thing.
Yeah.
Just because I liked them so much in this book, I think they kind of became my favorite. The whole
Lewis's
Vessel
one-
Crew and
all right,
Reese.
all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole thing. Even when people were doing the audio one, like it was funny because in our mind we were playing Matthew McConaughey, and when they read the character, they read him as Matthew McConaughey. Like it's funny when your fans are saying one thing and you projected by writing it, which Gray did, that even the audio person decided to do it that way afterwards for a different book. Was it by the same writer or was it by a different writer? I couldn't
Same
remember.
narrator.
Same narrator. Okay,
Same
Mm.
narrator. Different
Different
writer,
book.
same
I
narrator.
didn't listen to this. I read-
Geode and
Yeah, Geode was dope. So 1 or 2. I mean, I think Lewis has got it at 1.
this
2.
is my favorite, but I didn't
This is my
finish all
favorite
of them.
too.
That's my problem. But this was my
It
favorite.
would go at 1. I mean, if we're picking our favorite, I got to put it at 1.
Yeah, I can put it in 1 for right now. I might have an argument for
Yeah,
1
you
later.
guys can
but-
try to talk it
Yeah.
out of there, but for my money right now,
Jedi, are
again,
you
I
okay
missed
with that?
somewhere.
Do you like that group or no?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm fine with putting it there for now. I think it's going to settle at 2, personally.
Yeah, it might.
We
Okay.
can put it there.
It might. All right. This is a fun book. It's cute. It's good for kids. It was great for people that don't like to read. But I mean, realistically, overall, in the whole grand scheme of thing, I think we're going to get like around the 7 mark on this, 7 or 8. Like, did
Which
it come
one
with
was that?
stickers too? Did it come with stickers? I can't remember if it came with
I think
stickers
so.
or.
I mean, it was children's book, so
I
I'm
didn't read
surprised
this
it did.
one.
Probably have it behind me.
I did. It was cute. It was good.
Oops, stuff falling.
All right.
I don't know where
Put
it
it 7 or 8. 7 or 8. 7 or 8.
7 or 8. I'll go 7 for now. We
Was
got room.
it stickers or a poster? Somebody pull it out and see if it was stickers. Was it
I was
stickers?
trying to, but I
Yeah,
couldn't
stickers,
find
I
it.
assume.
Stickers. All right.
I thought it was
There you
next
go.
to me.
You got first stickers. First appearance of stickers.
Hmm.
It has stickers. Yes. Okay. There
So
it
if you
was.
like posters, by the way, for pretty much all these, at least the novels, Barnes and Nobles, like every single Barnes and Nobles exclusive had a poster in it.
Oh, are you watching this on your TV? What are you watching this on? Like, what do you got us on the 70? Because I can't see what that says on there.
Oh, he's right. Yeah, I can't see what it is either.
It says including
Yeah.
stickers.
Now that I
Very
looked really
good.
hard.
Yeah. Good job. So it did have stickers on it. Excellent. I thought it did. All right. Cool. So stickers now. I'm going. Stickers are a
Stickers
one,
bump
yeah.
it from 8 to 7.
Yeah. It definitely goes
Sticker
7, maybe 6.
Sticker
TV
bump.
50. No, thank you. I hope I look good. Do I look good on the 50? Of course I look good. All right. Yeah, put it at 6. I like
Yeah,
it
the
at 6
sticker
now.
bump. We can
I like
move
it at
around.
6. We got in the 6 there. All right. Next up, we've got a newer book. The Fallen.
It's tough. It's tough 'cause
I
it
mean,
ends it.
how they did how she did once
This is
again.
1, right? This is number 1 for me.
I can't
For me,
because
it's
I
actually-
didn't finish it, so I can't vote.
For me, it's 3.
The only reason I would say 3 isn't
I
bad.
can see 2. I
would
still
put-
didn't enjoy it as much as Into the Dark. So I
But
can see
I
2.
think that she had to wrap up other people's shit piles in this book. Or
Well,
not
no,
shit
I mean,
piles.
sort of, but I mean, she did
I
use a
thought
lot of
the
her
Geo
own
thing was-
characters too.
I liked how she did the Geo thing. All her characters made sense how she did it. I felt the panic. I think I would have rather. I should have read this one instead of listened to it, though. You know what I mean? Like, because maybe that's why I have it at 3 is because I didn't like it as much in audio as I do reading it. Where
Could be.
It's your own voices.
I don't know, man. I can't see it either. Fallen doesn't make top 10. Ooh, way.
Yeah, he was harsh on it.
Yeah,
He did not like it.
I don't know if that's the truth. I don't know if that's the truth at all. I mean, I
I'm
think it's
done,
up,
man. I don't know.
think it's up there. I think it's as good as Light of the Jedi.
Battle for
You know what I mean?
Starlight. I knew I forgot one in the thing.
So I think it's as good as Light of the Jedi. So anywhere we go with Light of the Jedi, that 3-4 mark is good too. You know what I
Well,
mean?
I had light at 3, but you guys said 4, so we put it
Yeah.
at 4.
So then I'd put in 3.
You got to
Jedi
at
has
least put it at 3. I have it at 1, but it's
Yeah,
not,
the
you
Jedi's
gotta
got it
drop
at 1.
below
Go ahead.
3, because
yeah, he's got it at 1.
Go ahead,
But,
Jedi. Tell
then
us
again,
why
Wasey could put it at 10. 2, okay. 2.
Let
I know.
Jedi tell us why it's his
3
favorite. Let
for
him sell it. Maybe convince
Yeah,
some of you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, for one, it's the finale, right? I mean, of phase 1 anyway. And you just see, I don't know. I don't get into all the character development and things like you guys do. A lot of that stuff goes right over my head. I just thought thought the ending was fun, exciting. You had the heroic moment. You had the sacrifice of the Jedi, making the ultimate sacrifice. You had the end when they couldn't hear. I just thought when Avar couldn't hear the song. You had all the, you had Geo doing what Geo does. You had the smaller stories within there trying to save the different every small stories trying to do their part to save Starlight. I thought it was good.
We could put it in 2.
I was going to say he sold me to at least consider it.
There's a reason why I think another book. And as much as I love Gray, I just think there was another book that I like. But maybe it's because of something else. But put it in 2.
We can move it out of there after.
We'll see.
You want to bump it down? We can bump it down after. But yeah, you know what? For now, we're going to put it.
Shoot, I might be moving a lot of these down now that I see
it. Might be. It's fine. We can re-rack. Nothing set in stone.
Man. Okay, what did you guys think about Midnight Horizon? Because I actually really like this. I hated it.
Jedi did not like it. Jedi, you didn't get a chance to give your opinion. Give your opinion on this book.
Okay, give us our opinion.
You didn't get to review it with us, so.
Well, I mean, the whole thing. I kind of take my criticism of this one, me not liking it, maybe with a grain of salt, because maybe I shouldn't have listened to it at 1.5. Maybe I should have slowed it down a little bit, and I would have enjoyed it better, or maybe been able to extract more from it. I just thought if you guys think Ireland is like a CW, romance teen novel, everybody wants to bed down somebody. This one had lots more of that to me than Kathleen Ireland's did.
Not in Ireland.
This one was like everybody was thinking about wanting to get in somebody else's pants. I was like, good God.
No, but a lot of that stuff that was the get in the pants stuff was the Ireland characters. So that's where I give older kind of the pass. When I went back to go back and read through some of it. And then I was like, because I did kind of freshen up and I got some pages marked or some chapters of stuff I didn't like or whatever. And I went back and read some of the Ireland stuff and then some of this stuff. And I thought, like, it's not 200 pages, Wayseeker. There's no way you can cut 200.
Somebody help me out with this one. I almost wanted, because I think maybe I did listen to it too fast. I almost wanted to go to Wikipedia or something and read like the quick breakdown of it or whatever.
I don't even know if they have that
Cliff
on
notes.
Yeah, they tend to skip
the
those
Cliff notes, but it just seems like the whole thing for this story was to them. The big moment in the story was them stopping that fleet from going and further hurting Starlight. Right?
Okay, but I like
it was stopping that.
But I like the Comac. Okay, I like the Comac part of it, like him leaving. I didn't see that coming.
Comac was one of my favorites. I actually didn't like that. He was one of my favorites.
I'm sorry, not everyone. Yeah. All these people are going to die anyway. So like,
we didn't die.
Well, that's not the reason I disliked it so much.
I know he left the Ireland.
I was kind of bummed about that.
I did like Catchy Ireland in the size swimsuit issue, but neither here nor there, Joe.
And necessary roughness.
Necessary roughness has been on a lot lately.
You're right. Maybe we should move it down. I think maybe 5 or 6 might be a better place for it. 5 probably. Because I think it's the height for this book. The high points of this book were really good.
Stickers.
The high point of this book was really good, and the low points were Ireland level. So
I'd say you can move it around. I'd say put it in 5 for right now, maybe.
Yeah, put it in 5 for right now. Let's see what happens. I think
maybe a 6 too. I mean, Jedi took me down a little bit from it, to be honest. So I mean, I could
7. Yeah, it's 7. At least you didn't give it a 10. You're gonna cut. You gave. Oh my God! How did you give? Wait, this is what I don't understand. You gave Fallen Star a 10, but you cut 200 pages out of this book, and you gave it a 7. 5 seems all right for right now. Let's see where we are.
He really didn't like the other page.
Not better.
Cut. He just didn't like it.
Better.
It does have stickers.
It does have stickers. All right, move it. Hey, the chat speaks. Move this down to 6. Move the kid book up to 5. That's fair. I think that's fair. Anybody have a problem with that?
Nope. I like stickers.
Okay, stickers it is. Apparently, we're all big children here. Put stickers in the book, and we get some.
Just figuring that out. We spent like 5 minutes complaining about the box Dom got on his giant-sized toy. Yeah, we're all big kids.
That's a good point. All right, out of the shadow.
You know what? In retrospect, I liked it more than I thought I did originally.
Yeah.
I liked it. It introduced Vern, who, as I said earlier, Vernestra is one of my favorites. It didn't introduce her, but it really kind of
fleshed her out.
Fleshed her out, yeah. I liked it a lot more than some of the others, but I know that I'm not going to be able to push it up as high as I want. So
Hold
I
on.
don't know. You got
Time out, time out,
for
time out.
two.
Time out. I think we
I
got to
don't
go.
think it contributed.
Okay, go ahead. I'm going to revisit 6 because I forgot. That's
No,
the whole
I
crap.
do agree with something that JJ said earlier, I think, in that I don't know if it contributed a whole lot to the overarching story that is High Republic, but I enjoyed the book just because I thought it did a good job of developing those characters.
Was it Jordana Sparkburn, I think was the
Yes.
character it introduced. And they really didn't do much with her in the rest of
Didn't
phase
do anything
1.
with her except for she found everybody hot. She wanted to have a relationship with everybody.
So
did
I mean,
Thanos wanted to have a relationship with everybody. No, this book is.
I like it because it was a Wreath and Vern book, which I kind of.
Are we putting it at 10 or 11?
Really,
it's
you
about
actually
it's
have
a 7 or an
11
8 for me.
options.
I'd say 7.
I think 9 at best. It's
Put it
probably
off
10.
board.
Yeah, we do.
Probably
You have
10.
one's getting knocked off the board because we have 11 books, but only 10
Okay.
spots.
Something's getting knocked off the board.
And I didn't include the.
Damn,
fair.
hot girls and boys video chat. What the?
Whoa!
See, that's what happens when we start talking about CW and all these. Get in your pants.
I bet you it's Ireland that just slammed us because we gave her a book. I gave her a book of 10, so she's trying to. Wow, that was a. Hey, bots, yeah, the bots going crazy.
They got
Did you
mad.
say Out of the Shadows was 3? No way. Wayseeker.
Everybody's got their favorites.
You gotta give us
their
an
favorites.
opinion of why.
I think you disliked it more than most of us.
Wayseeker and I disagreed with Fallen Star, but I agree with him on this one. I liked it.
Oh, it was bad. So what are we giving it? I give it I'm off the board with it.
You're off the board, but I mean,
Sam gave it a 9. Rob gave it an 8. Wayseeker gave it a 3.
9.
Crack kills.
7
I'll
or
give it
8
a 7
apparently.
just because I know I'm not going to be able to push it any harder than that. But
Yeah.
You can try to talk people in above midnight.
You can't because I'm going to fight back for midnight. And it's going to move up to 4.
It's going to move up to 4, huh?
Yeah, well, because they did the whole Coruscant thing they did the whole, the dark side. Everybody always was like, oh, we want to see Underworld. We want to see that type of stuff. He did it in 6. That's the good, that's the high point of that book. And that book, no, put an 8. Don't put it. Okay,
I just think it's weird too that we as much as we talk
What's
bad
the
about
difference?
the
I got our Tony
Drain
Gear.
Gear,
We can move it.
the
after.
book with the Drain Gear, we put it number 1.
That's true.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Well, no, but they did all the saving things. Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay.
I'm just leaving it there. We can move it in a second because we're gonna have to re-rack a lot.
Rising Storm, Scott book, good. I mean, you might have to move down.
This would have been my 2, so I guess put it.
Yeah, I'm thinking of
and-
putting it in
and where we
2.
got
I'm
it
actually
now.
still thinking about putting this in 2.
So this was the one about the attack on the fair, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I'm actually between 1 and 2 on this, to be honest with you.
I like this one. I would go 3.
Put 2 or 3. 2 or 3, I'm fine with.
1.
Because I really did like Into the Dark.
He gave it a 3. Wait, who gave it a 3?
That's that -3 was for
Negative
the
3.
last book.
Oh,
That's for the last book.
yeah, it should have been a -3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we could put it in the 2 or the 1 spot. I'm down with 1 or 2 on this.
Well, where did you get 1? You just
He
sticking
gave
your
it a
1 in
1
there.
right here. 1.
No one else is saying
It's got
1.
1.
Wayseeker, yeah. Wayseeker saying 1, 2,
After
3.
you just
two.
yelled at Wayseeker for all of his other ideas. Now,
I can
all
disagree.
Of a sudden,
He's
you're
going up,
propping him
I'm
up
going
and
up.
you're
Disagree with
one.
everything
All of a
except
sudden
for
they're
this book.
allies.
No, I've tagged all of his posts, and I've either agreed with them or disagreed with them.
I know.
He's
I'm
in the
just,
chat.
I'm just messing with you.
Disagree most.
Yes,
I
mostly
feel
I
like
have
2-3
disagreed
is
with them.
really that's more the sweet spot of what we're talking about here.
This was from the last book.
Isn't it interesting though that
2.
varying tastes and
He's
everybody
saying
kind
1.
of agrees that this is one of the
Yeah,
better
right.
ones.
that's
One.
-1.
It's 1. They're doing it as 1. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. So it's 1 or 2. What are we doing with it, guys?
No. Rob's was making a joke about the
Rob's
one
making a
being
joke
negative
saying
one.
he's a -1.
Don't
Oh.
count that as another 1.
Rob gave
sorry.
it a 3 or a 2 above.
3 or 2. So we're going 1 or
I
2
think-
either way.
I think
Either
it's,
way.
well, the 2 or
3.
3. Do you want
I
to
think-
bump? Fallen?
3.
I can't see you bumping Fallen Star personally, but
I'm gonna.
I've already made my case for that, so I'm not gonna make my case again. If you want to bump it, go ahead.
We're bumping Fallen Star. It's getting bumped. There's no way gave Fallen Star a 1. Everybody, there's at least 2 1s here.
No, well, if you count yourself, there's 2.
Yes, I'm counting myself. I can count
Okay.
myself. 1, 2. I know it. Yes. I
Well,
put
then
it
I'm
at
counting
2.
myself. Somebody did give it a 1.
Yeah, he gave it a 1.
That's true.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
I
so
did give it
2
a 1.
1 against you.
Jedi
1
favorite.
1. 2's better than 1. Let's put it at number 2. There you go.
We're
Math.
putting it 2.
We're
So
putting this
move
book.
Colin.
You just got to move 1 down. You got to move number 2 down to 3.
I know. I'm just. You understand. You are breaking Jedi's heart by moving his favorite book now down to 3.
He's
No,
a
More of a
big boy.
dictatorship and less
Oh,
of a
don't worry.
democracy.
We're about to
I
turn this
just
all
can't
up.
believe that. I can't believe the Dream Gear are going to walk away with the top spot.
You're
That's-
not.
I'm
There's
still-
no
my head
shot.
shaking on
There's
that
no
one.
shot because something's about to happen. And it's not this book. 11.
Something's about to happen.
11? It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, you don't need to put it off the board to start. You can at least put it in the.
Yeah. You can put it at 11. The rest of us will put it I put it at 8 or so. I forget what we have left on the
It
list.
didn't have a lot to do with it's one of those stories that didn't have a lot to do with the overarching
Nothing to do.
story. It was just a fun adventure, and they
I would take out. And
it
put,
had Diva Lumpop.
I'll take this. I'll actually take this book.
Lump,
And this is what I'll do. I'll take this book and put it into the 8 slot and move the 7 slot to 11, and then that's a deal. Done.
No, we're not doing that.
No.
Not yet. We're putting this wherever we're putting this.
Where are we doing? 9 with this?
This is the one you
Yeah,
wanted me to
8, you got
combine
a
with
10 in the
fair,
chat.
but
8,
forgot.
10,
I said 8.
8, 10, 8, 10, 8.
So that sounds like
And I
9.
not to put it in number 1 for some reason, so who knows?
I hear a lot of 8s and
Put it in
10s.
one.
So 9.
Put it 9.
seems like the spot
There we go. 9 it is.
for now. All right, moving on.
Number 1. Tempest Runner. I think Tempest Runner was
This
good.
one ended up confusing me, but
I like the
I'm sorry.
character.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. It could confuse you all. I thought it was great. They did a great job on. I think out of the 3
Well,
audiences,
I liked it. I thought it was fun. I thought they did a good job of the backstory of Lorna D. What confused me still is the ending and everything that's happened since. I mean, is this at the ending of this one's where Lorna D kind of splits away from the Nihil, but yet they still think she's the Nihil? Maybe I just don't understand. That is what happened, right?
well, she got.
Yeah, the ending I think is supposed to be Ro kind of sets her up to be the fall guy for the Jedi, to take their, literally, not to use a pun, but to take their eye off the ball so he can attack Starlight. It's kind of what the
Absolutely.
end set up, in my view at least.
And she gets out, right? Right.
I think a lot of people miss this
I
book
kind
because
of
too
forgot
is
about this one.
only an audiobook, but
Yeah, there's a lot of people who don't do audios.
Wayseeker. You can ask these guys. I agree with you. It takes me less time to read a book. I had this issue with Calvin Scott.
let me-
Personally, I had told Calvin Scott, stop doing this. Calvin Scott. That's probably
You
why.
told Calvin Scott, but he didn't listen because
Calvin Scott didn't listen either. We were at what was it? Star Wars. The thing in Chicago.
I do want to state for the record the irony that Marco just put an audio book only available as an audiobook at number 1.
I agree.
That means he really likes it.
No, yeah. What I'm telling you is like I'm a very unbiased person. Like if I didn't think it was going to be that good, and it turned out to be good. I can't hate it. I mean, you can't hate things just because you want to be a curmudgeon. Like you have.
If memory serves, you kind of tried to hate this for like the first 33% of this book or this audio. I think you complained about it.
He complained about the audio, yeah.
I didn't complain about it. No, I don't like it being audio because it takes too dang long. Like what you try to get me to read that? What was it? Was it Into the Shadows or whatever? One of these you tried to get me to read. It was 13 and a half hours audio. I got it done in 2.5 hours.
Well, I'm pretty sure I got to move some.
Well, I think you said you got confused on who was talking because there was no he said, she said, they did.
No, the voices were a little bit. I still like the overall story arc of it. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I mean, if
voices were a little oddly similar, like the two Nihil, D, and I can't remember the other female Nihil, but even though they were different actresses, the voices were remarkably similar.
Do they have?
Briefly, I've forgotten about this one. To be honest.
Yeah,
I've already shifted. It's got to be top 5. I've already shifted everything. 5.
I would say I liked it better, probably overall than Light of the Jedi. I would put it at 4 personally. Where
I'm good with 4.
I would put it at 1. I can't believe it's not.
I could see 3. I wouldn't put it any higher than 3. I like Rising Storm and Into the Dark better.
And we got a lot of did not listen.
Slightly,
and
but
I
better.
didn't finish.
Well, I mean, I might argue then Rise of the Storm. Well, no, I like one better, I guess. I just the writing with the character development was good. All right, put it 3. Are we putting it at 3? Is that what we're doing?
Well, we got a 1 from you, a 1 from the chat, and then a 4 from
me and Jedi.
I can't give a number because I didn't finish it. I don't want to.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who didn't listen to it.
And it is. We had a couple of they didn't listen to it because it's audio.
What's the average between 2 1s and 2 4s?
Put it at 3. It was
What's
an
2.5?
audiobook. Because I'd put it at 2 then. I would say whatever, but because it was an audiobook and you couldn't read it, put it down to 3. Move 4 down to 5. 3 down to 4. That sounds fair.
Look
Yeah,
up
but he
and
didn't
when that
read it.
comes out.
You can't just make a.
So we're doing it at 3. All right. So hold on. No, undo. All right. Go ahead. Start moving on to our next
All
one.
right, so we'll move on to the next one. I don't understand the book. 7 should be higher, almost in 5 at this point. This is getting ridiculous. This list
Just so everybody knows, March 15th.
for
Hard
Oh,
copy
the actual
of,
hard copy.
of Tempest Runner.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can
Oh,
read
nice.
it March 15th if you
Nice.
don't like audiobooks.
then you can come back and yell at how it should be won. There you go. Race to
Do you know if it's a hardcover or a paperback?
Hardcover, according to what Amazon said.
All right. Cool.
Race to Crash Point Tower, and
Didn't read or listen to it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I
it's
don't know if I remember
8.
this one.
I didn't think this one was so bad.
8.
I put it about. I mean, if I could, I would put it right there, even with Mission to Disaster.
That one had stickers.
So
Yeah, I think we're not putting it above.
I maybe put it slightly higher than Mission to Disaster. So I guess
We
9.
literally gave, guys, we gave Midnight an 8, a 7 to 8. Like that's 7.5 to 8 is what we gave it overall as a grade. And you guys are telling me this book, which was probably, I guess you're right. It's probably
I'm not
similar.
telling you that.
Well, I know at least one of you said they hated Midnight, so
That was
yeah,
Wayseeker.
not surprised.
Jedi didn't like it either.
Well, you can't account for taste.
That's what this whole list is.
Yeah, that's
That's
the whole
true.
point of
You
this.
can't.
The whole list is
7 or 8. 7 or 8. 7 or 8. All right.
What do we got? We got 7. I see 7.
for me, it's a 9. I liked Out of the Shadows a little bit better, but
sticks. If it had a sticker, I'd give it a sticker bump.
I put it at 8, so put it at. I'll put it at 8. I'll go with 8. I'll go with
So get
8.
a bump Out of the Shadows, and I forget what the other kid's book was. Down.
Give it a sticker bump. It doesn't have a sticker in it, though, does it? It doesn't have a sticker in it.
It doesn't exactly.
Right, so it's an 8.
Not on the
7
cover
with
that
a
has a
sticker
sticker.
bump. All right. We're getting
got
to the
one more.
last book. Oh, good Lord.
Another one I didn't read, so
Oh.
or listen to.
yeah, in all fairness, this is one I did not. Well, I did not finish. I think I actually started reading. Now that I think about it, but I don't think I finished.
This
I don't
book,
believe it. Nope.
this book took me like a month to read. Like I kept putting this book down. Like that's
Oh yeah,
how
no, I
it
can
was.
still hear the spine. I'll have to crack it. No, I didn't read this one. It's still it's still fresh.
I mean, I read it, but it's not. It
I
took
think I
me
still
a
have the
month.
audiobook on Audible, and I don't think I ever finished it.
Yeah, I know. I do too. But
Sounds like 11 to me.
did anyone read? Did anyone have anything positive to say about it? Is it better than Mission to Disaster?
No,
Well,
I don't think it is. I
The
really
one
actually-
positive in my point is that it's the entry point for, if I remember right, Vern and Emery, and I think J7 is the droid, and Avon. So it introduces a lot of interesting characters, which she does more with in
Vern was in the other book.
later books.
That's because
What
they
are the
didn't read the
Been
other
in a
book.
couple.
Yeah.
He's
That's 'cause
in a
they didn't
few.
read the book. That's why they ranked
I
up
should
that.
probably check it out since Vern's in it, but I haven't yet.
That's why like number 9 was there, and it shouldn't have been 9 because they ranked that high. But like this has got to be 11. We're not taking out this sticker book because it was a good sticker book. Wayseeker. We were going to combine all the 3 kids sticker books, and we didn't. So
I would agree with Wayseeker in that from what I read of it, like, and it's the same author, you could probably put it even at 10.
I think this is the truth. I think I got through out of whatever, and I got through the other 2 books. This one was the one.
Yeah.
This probably took me the longest to get through. It took longer than Mission Disaster. As much as I make fun of it, wasn't
Mission to
half
Disaster did flow better, I think, as a story.
half as bad as this story. This story was just, yeah. I think that's a nice way of putting it. Thank
Why
you,
does Emery
Lewis.
have a cape? I just know.
Why is this book even a book? I guess I don't know. All right, so that's what we got.
So does that mean that one is no longer?
That's no longer.
Yeah,
That's
get rid of it.
you just
Doesn't
leave
make
it
the list,
there.
so away it goes. Oh.
Ooh, there you go. Even though Wayseeker said we should get rid of the sticker book, I refuse.
No, I'm not get rid of that one.
Yeah.
Plus, that one had that was the one that had Buryaga and place. Yeah, no, we're not getting rid of the sticker book.
Yeah, there are a couple other kids' books we did not put on the list.
Yeah,
Because I don't think any of us actually read them, or maybe somebody did, but I didn't read them.
About lumping them together with 6, or with the one, but we would have gone on to 15.
Yeah.
Let's think against Test of Courage is the Night Hill. We're supposed to go in hiding. Then they go.
Sounds about right.
Oh, we're done. We're not reshuffling at all.
No,
well, go back. No, Pete, bring it back up. Pete already killed it.
Down.
Bump 7 to 5 and drop the kids' book. Just not enough
I'm good with it. I mean, I still can't believe the Dringier sitting on the pole position there, but all right.
I tried to get it off there. I had 2 books that I wanted higher than that. Nobody wanted to do it for me. So I mean, I
liked it. I'm just saying personally, I liked it, but
I liked it. I mean, yes, the Dringier, but it's still a good book in my opinion.
Yeah,
I thought 1, 2, 3 are all kind of on a playing field of evenness.
Yeah, it introduced some great characters that we all have fought, look forward, I mean, when for a split second, what was the guy? What's Matthew McConaughey? I can't think of his name.
All right.
What's his character's name?
God, we see you guys keep doing that. We get screwed up. We call him Star Wars Matthew McConaughey.
Leox.
Yeah, Leox.
Leox. So for that brief moment in Fallen Star, when we very brief moment, we thought maybe he was dead. I was pretty pissed about that. So the fact that they introduced some great characters in that novel, but
we're gonna do Edge of Balance next week when we do the comics. We kind of put Magna in comics for some reason because
it's closer to a comic.
It's closer to a comic than it is a novel.
Wayseeker. So we'll do that one. We'll get yelled at for that.
Also, too, I've got to read the second half.
We're gonna do it as arcs too. So next week the arcs will be High Republic, Marvel, Arc A and Arc B, Adventures A and B, and then we'll do the rest of it. Next week, High Republic fan camp.
We doing it? Or did I bring this up for nothing?
We're gonna do first. I actually think. Well, no. Here, so 1, 2, and 3, I think are on even level. I think if you tier this out, like 1, 2, and 3 are kind of pretty much.
I
think 4, 5, and 7 are probably in the same mid tier. So that's not.
I would put Midnight Horizon, quite frankly, above the kids' book, just because the kids' book was fine, but it just rehashed.
Yeah, all right. I could do that. 7 above 6. I can do that.
No sticker bomb.
And I would even put 9 above 8, in my opinion. Like, I know you guys didn't like Out of the Shadows, but in retrospect, when I look back at the story, it wasn't as bad as I originally thought. Like, I didn't like it. I originally didn't care for it too much, and then like I was thinking about more how it played into stuff, I liked it more and more.
I thought that they could have done I guess maybe my expectations of 8 was that they were going to do a terrible job, like an awful terrible job with it. But you're right, as far as Ireland's writing goes, I think Out of the Shadow was the best of her 3 books, maybe.
I mean, it also gave us the death of the old lady, right? The Pathfinder. Right?
That was Tempest Runner, I think, wasn't it?
That was Tempest Runner?
I think it was Tempest Runner she died in because they blew her up in the ship.
Well, we thought.
Okay, so maybe it just gave us her story a little.
Maybe I'm running together. Maybe it was Out of
Shadow.
In
8 they actually said, they gave us the whole death of her. I think it had it in both, but
was it an 8?
All right,
exactly.
There we go.
Said, no stickers.
But that's what I'm saying. Like 8, so 7 kind of sticks by itself, but 8, 9, and 10 all are kind of in the same range. I think pretty much they're interchangeable there. Same thing with 6, 5, and 4. I think that's pretty interchangeable between them.
Yeah, I could say is for a year or a little bit over a year, I guess this has been really good Star Wars content.
Very good
in general. So
I mean, as much as I knock Ireland, I don't think I give it below a 6. Well, that one book I do. Well, okay, if you take out the last book, the one we don't have on the list, then I think you're probably in like the 6, 5.
The fair, the showdown at the fair. Yeah.
What's going on, Marvel Man 616? But yeah, I think that's where it's at. Okay, so now let's get into.
I'm dying to know.
What?
I'm dying to know what JJ's gonna open this pack.
Pack
is that next? I'm dying.
Yeah, we can do that next.
So
Let me get ready. Give me
before now.
Split second to get ready here.
Oh yeah, I know.
Rushed off to the restroom for the.
You can go over the slides if you want.
Supposed to go first.
So Wayseeker, don't you? I think we all think Burry's alive. I think even when they did the death thing in there, we think Burry's alive because of the feeling thing.
Yeah,
They
as
would-
aggravating as his voice is, it is. Yeah,
Well, I think Burry's alive. I think we all think
I do
that,
too.
right?
I do think.
Good. Yeah, I've enjoyed all the books too. Like, that's not true. I've enjoyed parts of all the books.
Well, I mean, even the
I
parts
think
that you didn't like, but
last
it's still good to have. It's still good to have the content.
I think they were all good. All the books that made the top 10 list, I think, were really good, including, as Wayseeker keeps pointing out, the other two children book was also good. That one book is kind of rough. Like I said, I mean, it's not just me. Other people have had trouble with Test of Courage too. Like it was a hard book to read, which is unfortunate.
Maybe you should try listening to it. Maybe that'll help you.
Not again. Yeah, I mean, I really don't think so. So is JJ setting up second camera? Is that what we're doing here? Oh, there it
I
is.
think so. Yeah.
Pete, can we add the screen so we can go over really quickly what might be in there?
Yeah, like
So,
you want to?
He's going to open up 3 boxes of what's called the Star Wars Signature Series. And that is because the top Star Wars Signature Series, this is the first set of the year, I believe. Correct, JJ? First set of the year?
Get rid of
Can
that.
you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
first set of the
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
First set of the year.
Okay.
First card
Basically, it's
Go ahead.
1 pack per box, 1 card per pack. Either hit the jackpot or you're like, what?
It's a scratch off.
Mhm.
Is there
It's a
a
scratch off. That's a good
signature
analogy.
auto in each one or no?
There, yep, every single thing is an autograph.
Yeah, you're guaranteed auto. Yep.
It's guaranteed to be an auto, and it's
So
guaranteed
bad,
to be
but I don't want
encased.
to miss this.
Yep. Now you're.
Wait.
Let's see.
Ah! What are we
Odds
doing
We're
here?
trying to do this here. This is what
Here,
I kind of
hold
want to do.
Yeah,
Odds of the top hit are only. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah, I
Odds
kind
of
of
the
want
top
to do
hit.
this for right now.
odds of the top hit are only 14,080 of getting the quad. So if we're really lucky, I'm telling you,
Yeah,
there's a
because
chance.
this is what you
Yeah,
got.
they did
Right?
kill
These are all
Chewbacca
the,
eventually, yes. Yeah.
All right, so let's see what we got here.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got. It is a tough. Rob's nerd. Haven says it's tough.
It's tough to get a good draw. Yeah, it is because there's a lot of. I don't want to say crappy autographs, but yeah, crappy autographs.
A lot
Yeah,
of commons.
Autograph.
Dude, it'd be
Boba Fett
awesome
and
if you get C-3PO in this.
Yeah, JJ shared this earlier in the week, and I was like, I can
Ah,
get
do.
One. Now it is numbered
Third.
though, so we did draw 17 out of 50.
Who is that?
Imperial fighter pilot? What a turd of a card.
Oh, damn.
Alexander Rath, playing an Imperial fighter pilot from Mandalorian.
You give him
I
a
thought it
cool
was
name.
Bosch at first. I was like, damn.
He's an Imperial fighter pilot from
When the hell did
Mandalorian?
that happen? Was it when they were on the jungle planet?
Has to be.
Oh,
with
remember when
Gideon.
Dr. Afra showed up? That's when it
Freighter?
happened.
I'm sorry, freighter pilot, not fighter pilot.
Oh, freighter pilot. Yeah.
Freighter
that's
pilot.
Oh, that's
Take
even
some.
more exciting.
Yep, that's number one there.
Was he on? That's the one with Bo-Katan, that episode? Is that the one they're talking about?
Could have been.
It was
Probably
Air
about half
America.
the
Bridge.
Yeah, maybe.
So, and just so everybody knows, that is the only thing in the box.
The only thing in there.
Only thing. In
How
the
much
box.
are these boxes cost?
Well, so I got them a little bit cheaper, but if you buy them straight through Tops, I think they were $75.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But there were cheaper options.
All right.
Not much, but cheaper
Yeah.
options.
Yeah, I got
That
them
card's so bad, it got my dog to barking outside.
They'll still chip in and buy a case.
No, not at that.
A case, 20 comes in a case.
They actually tried to talk me into that, and I actually made a bid to try to get it, and we got denied. We didn't actually get our case, so I'm glad we didn't at this point. Because what was the case? Didn't the case cost? The case only cost. Was it
I
$1,700?
think most places charge about $1,200,
$1,200? Was that what it was? $1,250 or something like that?
something like that. Yeah, I think there's 20 in a case.
It was like $900. I think we could have
But
got
you
it.
should get a case hit, though, whatever that is.
$950. I think it's
Yeah.
$950. We got rejected.
But that's the thing. I don't know with this. I don't know if there is a case hit necessarily. There's just
Yeah, I
odds
don't
to
know
get them.
since they're all signatures.
So
Oh,
let's
boy,
see what we
let's see what
got.
it is.
Ooh,
Glad we didn't waste that money.
now we did much
Uh-oh.
better on this one.
Oh,
Hey,
Sorry about the
that?
reflection.
Captain Rex.
Oh, Rex.
Let me try to get the reflection off here. That help at all?
No,
What am I
no,
reflecting
it
off
worked.
of?
Nice film though.
Yep, sorry.
There you go. That's pretty good. Oh,
You could have paid. Joe said you could have paid that last actor $75 for this.
actual period.
Maybe we should.
So it is numbered. I don't know.
Yeah,
Can we
who
see the
signed
number?
No, what is it?
Let me try it.
What?
It's a
Signed it.
Maybe we should try to get a cameo from that actor who played the Imperial
Okay.
guy.
I'll use the other camera.
After we badmouth and said how bad it sucks.
But it's
They're-
a number 9 out of 10.
They're all
It's an
Ronald
orange
Morrison.
parallel.
9 out of 10? Nice.
9 out of 10.
Nice.
For D. Bradley Baker.
Woo! You can hit it. Wait, why didn't we buy that case? No, we tried. We got they were allocated and we did not get our allocation.
Hey, I'll take a Rex 9 out of 10 all day.
Yeah. If you got to
let's
take
see.
an Imperial
That
Flight
was-
Trooper for
That was orange,
yeah.
probably.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah,
we're looking at 1 out of 30. That's not bad.
What?
That's better than a case. There's 20 in a case. So, all right, last
That
one.
was your case hit right there.
Yep. I'm using my fingers to open them, so cellophane kind of.
Holy
Cameo
crap,
is
Max
it's
Rebo.
$10 probably. Let's get a cameo going for that guy. All right.
So D. Bradley Baker also dresses like everything.
I do autograph Obi-Wan and Darth Maul.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's Max Rebo.
I hope it's Max.
You
Rebo.
are-
The Slice noodles.
Unfortunately, we drew the worst one yet. Bullock.
How's that?
Not even numbered, just Bullock.
Oh my god, that's so bad.
Harley
Oh,
Durst and
Durst.
Bullock from a Star Wars solo Star Wars story.
It's one of the characters from the Underground, one of the guards.
Yep.
Underground.
One of
What?
the
Solo.
yeah, from Solo.
Oh,
The guards the worm. It's one of the they have the
Oh.
dogs with them. It's not even the main one. It's like the fucking
Yep.
It's literally an extra.
they
got
literally got extras to sign cards for them.
Yeah.
They tracked them down years
Yeah.
later.
$35. They couldn't get an
I know.
actual actor to sign some shit. They had to have the extras. Like, come on, dude. That's kind of shitty.
Since you still work in our mail
So
room,
that's
you
not
might
even a
sign
fraction.
it?
I mean, I think there was like 100 different people,
Star Wars.
if I believe so, was what you could get. So, I mean, the fact that we got this one right here, 9 out of 10 with D. Bradley Baker, who does Rex.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's
good.
good. Yeah, that's good.
Other two kind of, I mean, out of 50 is
Give
not
you
a bad
two
draw.
fucking extras though. They literally give you
Yeah.
2 extras.
2 extras.
Yeah.
So.
That's
And
disappointing.
if you go on eBay and just type in like 2022 series autos or whatever, you'd be surprised some of the comments that you'll see.
Oh, yeah.
But that Rex is probably.
Well,
if
the
you find-
Rex-
if you find that Rex, that's probably worth your money right there.
The regular one
Yes.
is 125.
That's worth.
Regulars 125.
It's 125. The regular
For a
one.
regular, and this is a one in
Regular.
10 parallel.
Yeah.
So.
So we bought a pretty good
Yeah,
hit.
that
really.
Rex- That Rex made your money on. Made your
I mean, it's a
made
good
it
card.
worth it.
So the 9 out of 25 is $200.
There you go then.
Hmm.
So made back what I spent on. I bought about 56 a box, I think is what I bought in at. Plus, I think about $8.
You throw those other two on eBay, I guarantee you probably get $20 a piece for them.
I'm
Yeah, I mean,
curious
out
what
of
he's
50.
great at.
So this is, I think, a what was it, a purple parallel? Which is.
Oh, that's out of 50.
I'm sorry, this is
Oh, yeah.
green. Is it green? I guess it looks kind of green. I think it's supposed to be green, which is numbered to 50. I mean, it is a parallel. It's just a crappy autograph. Hey, you do
Put
what
it on
you do.
eBay. Whoever buys it, ask them if they're that guy. Is this you? Are you buying your own?
Yeah, the green's numbered to 20. You said it was numbered to 25?
I think so.
All right, yeah. That's
Well, maybe
You
it's-
got the orange number 10, right?
No, I'm sorry. This is blue. So this is numbered
Oh,
to
blue
50.
is to 50. Yeah, blue is to 50.
I can't tell because they're reflective, but it looks.
Yeah, but
Looked
still,
green to me, but it's
that's-
blue.
It's still a parallel.
So we
The
got
orange is
Parallel
this
10,
one
ones
right?
was numbered to 10. So this
How
is
much was the orange? Do we figure out how much it was or no?
how much it goes for?
Dom
know.
said 200, right?
No, 200 for the
For a
regular.
red.
200 for the regular one.
That's for
Oh,
the
the
regular.
regular one. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you,
That's
you
gonna be some money.
that's
extrapolate
probably like
that
$400
math
bucks
out.
then.
Yeah, we did good. I mean, we could have done worse. We could have done
No,
worse.
yeah. I
We
just
did
I,
pretty good.
like I don't know what you do for extra characters, but like if you're gonna do a Mando extra character, wouldn't you do like the woman they save in the village? Not like I mean that
They
guy's-
might have done her too.
Well, they probably did, but like
Like I said, I think
just
there's
saying, like
over 100 different
Yeah,
people.
because
So
look over it. Look, the blue, 9 out of 25 is for $200.
okay.
Flip that.
That's what
one.
you were asking.
I agree.
in all reality, too, as you go forward in years, although I hate to say this, but as people pass away, they can still do signatures because they still have the stickers to put on the card sometimes. But
Yeah.
you know, for a lot of them, you're gonna get less and less people from the original trilogy that can do signatures for cards.
True.
So you're gonna have to pull more and more people from new stuff, which is kind of leads to like pulling extras and other stuff that nobody likes.
I just think that there's like better extras they could use that still are like
Yeah.
not- like you could have done like the Mandal. Okay, so maybe not Mayfield, but you get the other You know what I mean? You get the other. Oh, maybe that's where that freight guy is from, the Mayfield scene.
Yeah.
But you get.
I mean, they still have other ones. Like
What's
they
that?
pull some. We didn't get any of them, but they pull some from original trilogy. Like I know Warwick Davis
Yeah.
was in this set. So I mean, they're still.
But you could have pulled the guy from Sons of Anarchy too.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I
wait,
mean?
is that the freighter pilot from that?
It could be. That's who it could be.
He got shot.
Yeah.
The case is going for $14.99.
14. That's about what it launched for. I think
Oh,
you
best
buy them
offer.
most places online for about 1,300 or so.
Yeah.
Whew,
I think it was $9.50 if you bought it, or was it $7.50? I can't remember.
I don't know what the wholesale price was there.
Yeah, I can't remember what the wholesale price, but they allocated them anyway, so it sucked.
Yeah.
Well,
Again,
they-
I'm still curious how these would
Like,
grade.
you know,
Considering
slop a hot lunch.
they come to you in a case. Like
Stop
one
that.
would think these have to be.
Can I get
9
I got a Portillo's down the street. Can I cash it in for a Portillo sandwich?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe like the frog lady, like that's somebody who's not too important. Or you get like, what's his name? Oompah, the ex
You get Pelly. You get Pellicata.
Yeah, there's tons of characters that aren't like mainline characters that they could have done.
Well, the good
instead-
thing about our poll too is D. Badley Baker does. I mean, a ton of Star Wars stuff. He does all the Bad Batch voices, and he's a
Who?
workhorse for Star Wars. So it's
Which
kinda
guy?
nice to have. D.
Oh,
Badley
the
Baker, the guy that
Oh,
voices
yeah,
Rex.
He does all the clones.
Yeah,
He does all the clone voices.
Oh, no, the Rex thing's dope as shit. I'm not saying that. Oh my gosh, they're boys and girls, webcam hot girls. What are we doing here?
Oh, they're for me. That's for me.
I
I'm sorry.
highly doubt.
Astro, I don't think we're
What
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
you browsing when
Yeah.
you were checking out those prices there, Dom?
They want in on the trivia game.
Who's been following the links?
They know what time it is.
All right, it's trivia time. Let's get us to trivia. Good job, JJ. Yeah, at least you pulled a winner. Thank God.
Nice.
How are we doing this week? Throw one up again in the chat
Oh,
if
yeah,
you
you
want
got
to
to
do
do that
trivia.
bit first.
Oh yeah, who wants to play? Yeah, guys. By the way, if you want to just throw a comment up if you want to play the trivia game.
Yeah, if you want in on trivia, either put a 1 in the chat or say I want to play, or I'm in
Yeah,
something
say
to
something.
note that you want to
Say
play
something.
and you haven't played already.
I got no clue who that guy is. All right. Do you guys want to play? Do you want to play the game?
Would
The game,
you
the
like
game.
to play a game?
Signature. We're supposed to be talking, so that's not dead air.
And leftover Zaggy, I haven't forgot. I have your stuff wrapped up and ready to go. It'll go out this week. Been a busy couple of weeks for me, but I haven't forgot about you.
All right, cool. Everybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else?
We got an Astro, we got an Obi, we got Styx, Wayseeker, Eric, Mojo, Robs. We're getting numbers in now.
All right, we're getting some numbers in, and what did we get here?
Oh yes, and
We'll
we
probably
got to switch.
some mood. Oh, switching back to the
Yeah, we got to switch to regular JJ.
regular JJ. It's okay. Love you still. Perfect. All right. Is that everybody? We're going to give a 10-minute warning, which is really a 10-second warning. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 2, 4, 3, 1. Here we go.
You're just saying
All right.
numbers now.
Yeah, I know. Tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Starting at Mojo. Huh? What'd you say?
You said
Stop.
stop. What did he told? What do you think he
Okay.
said?
You got to do it again. I screwed up. Tell me when to stop. We're starting at Mojo. Tell me when to stop. 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 All right. We have got, Sticks. There you go. Sticks
Sticks.
boy. That one. That's actually pretty much where it stopped last time. Sticks it is. All right, Sticks.
Sang came in late with a 2. 2.
Who?
Sang Z.
Sang. What's up, Sang? Sang.
But unfortunately, we
It's
already
cool
got
because Sticks
There was
is
another.
a toy guy, so this will be good. Go ahead and pick a number, Sticks.
Sticks, pick a number, please. Pick a number. I'm trying to chase this down. Pick a number, pick a number, pick a number.
he picked 3.
The number is 3. What are we doing on 3?
Question 3. You ready?
Do it. Zoom
Here
in.
it comes.
Mm-hmm.
What else did the TIE Advanced X1 have that the regular TIE fighters lacked? Was it A, landing gear, B, binocular sensory array, C, a shield generator, or D, ion cannons?
The old Thrawn special.
What else did the TIE Advanced X1 have that the regular TIE fighters lacked?
Ion cannons? Is it ion cannons? I'm not paying attention. Did I hear ion cannons? Is it ion cannons?
That's an option.
It's A is landing gear, B binocular sensory array, C a shield
Shield
generator,
I believe it's
or
C.
D ion cannon.
Steel generator.
I believe
Yeah,
it's
because
C.
they're too expensive, so they decided not to go with it. Or the TIE Advance 1, is that the Thrawn one, or is that the First Order one? Which one is that again?
I think it's the
I
Thrawn
don't
one,
know.
but I ain't 100%.
It's the Thrawn one, then it's probably the shield generator.
All right. So
It's
yeah, the
Thrawn
cam
is
girls. The cam girls left. We have a lot of let's see, Dusty saying C, Astro saying C, JJ saying C.
You know, you can
Marco
look it
was
up,
saying D, but he wasn't listening.
I wasn't listening. Sticks. Do you
Sticks
want to
is
go with
saying
D?
but do you want to
You
stick
know,
with
you
it?
can look it
Because
up.
a lot of people are saying C.
All right.
Sam.
We're going after Vader's ship. Oh, Vader's ship was the TIE Advance 1.
Mm.
What was the TIE Advance 2?
Yeah, because the Thrawn one had 3. Didn't it have 3?
Yeah, three
Bang
things.
just
in it.
coming in
Aids or
off the
whatever you
board
call it.
again with an E.
Eggs is E. TIE Advance was Vader 0. Was that TIE Advance 1 or was the one's throwing me off here?
X1.
Straight off the card, TIE Advanced X1.
Oh, I hate the fucking
My
card. All right.
my knowledge from playing TIE Fighter on the PC back in my young days tells me that regular TIE fighters had ion cannons, but maybe that's not canon, so I don't know.
I still think it was Ion. Because I think the
Sam
shield
saying that's what
generator was
Vader
in
flew.
fun ones. All right.
Sticks,
What
what do
are
you
we
want?
doing? Last
You said
chance.
D.
Let's call it one more time, Sticks.
What? Give your
I don't even know
final
what a
answer.
binocular sensory array is.
Do not have landing gear. Get out of here with landing gear. What are we saying?
So what do we
His
think it
initial
is?
response was D, but I'm waiting for Sticks to give a
Get deeper.
final answer.
Just going to get a verification if he wants to go with D or not.
I'm feeling it's C, personally.
See?
Sam agrees
Look
with you,
back at the card.
but
Yes,
not Mojo.
It is C, Sam says. Stick says he's staying on. I wouldn't stay at D. Okay, but he's staying at D. I wouldn't stay at D. I would not stay at D.
You're
But
staying. So Stick says D.
He said D.
Yes.
Final answer. Okay. It is
The
C.
final answer is
Shield generator.
C. It was a shield generator. You didn't listen to the chat.
What happens when that happens?
Well,
We can go to another question, and hopefully you didn't see the answer. Go back a slide. Or we can pick somebody else. Or if we want to just let...
No, let me go again. How many figures? Wait,
we got to
All right,
pick an even
another
number.
question.
I feel like nobody saw the even number answers
okay.
because I zoomed in on the
Get rid
3.
of 2. All right. Give him question number 4.
You just want to give? Yeah, that's fine. We'll just
Question
give it a
number 4. Okay.
He's clearly human.
What was Darth Maul's species? Human,
B.
Iridodian, Zabrak,
Stick.
Nemoidian, or Rodian?
Good. 4. Yeah, 4. What is the
Yeah,
answer to
that's the
4 besides B? Yes,
He was a
Patrick.
human with a bunch of red and black makeup. And
D.
spikes on his head.
What? He's a Wookiee. Zag. I don't even. That doesn't even make sense.
What?
Sticks. What do we got
I'm
here?
saying that's a prize.
Oh, what? What? Oh.
It's B.
JJ says B.
B.
Patrick says B.
B.
Obi says B.
We just need Sticks to say B.
Rob says Vulcan.
Sticks.
Hide it.
Says B.
Oh, Tie
That was-
Defender. Thank you, A Seeker. That's what it was called.
Somebody
B
pounded
all
the
day. Sticks says B all day. There we go.
All
All
right,
right.
B all day.
Winner, winner. All right.
There you go.
There we go.
All right.
Sure. Chicken dinner.
And
You
there
get
it is.
a Moloch autograph.
All right, Jedi.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna throw these up again. Nobody seemed to want them last time.
Sticks loves it.
I'm gonna throw these up again.
Horny Toad. What are they?
Oh,
Wait, we gotta get him.
Yeah,
Now
make it
we-
big. I can't see him.
We gotta make it big.
Oh, Zizor?
I'm going to. I'm trying.
Sizor
Give me the
and
B all day.
Luke.
Luke with Yoda.
This is what you won.
Yes, Sizor and Luke. Yes.
Now you have to
Or-
clarify: is that Yoda or Grogu on his?
That's pretty sure it's Yoda.
Just joking.
Yeah, I know.
They did both ride on his back.
So you can go with that. You can go with that sticks, or you can go. We can make a deal.
Play the game. Make a deal.
Roll the dice. Roll the
Play
dice.
the dice. Even
Gamble.
though Izor, he'll
Gamble.
probably gonna go with Izor. I would go with Izor. I would roll the dice.
Zizor is pretty cool.
What?
It's house money. Gamble. Gamble.
We're waiting on sticks. We're
No
Wade
shoes,
Seeker
no
says take the
shirt,
figures.
no dice.
This is the guy who just spent $150 on a Moloch autograph.
Yeah, right.
Patrick says go with door number 2.
Do not go with door number 2. Make a deal. Everybody wants you to make a deal. Don't make a deal. I'm telling you not to make a deal.
Wait, would Deal would be staying where he is, right? Asher's is already telling him what to do.
Sticks must have the slowest internet. Like
He's been on the show before. It's not that
Perhaps
bad.
he's just contemplating.
Baggy's yelling at him.
he's contemplating.
Oh,
Oh, he's really going to
He's
contemplate.
choosing.
You're saying.
he
I
chose.
have. Oh, he has it.
Oh, he
So-
has Zizor.
Oh, he
And
has
then
it.
you got to gamble then.
Gamble.
Then you
Don't
play with
All
do
right,
that.
that.
wait a minute. So he's going to go with. What if Sticks? What if just to make this a little more interesting? Throw me back up on the big.
Mm-hmm.
What if I added this?
Do not add anything.
Oh,
No. Ooh, good
but he already
case.
chose. He just said door
He already
two.
chose. Don't.
Two.
don't-
Oh, you chose.
Oh, nice.
Well, I haven't opened it yet. I haven't opened door. I haven't opened two.
No. His internet's taking too long. Roll
Yeah,
with
what was
two.
it?
Add
It took
boy.
us like 5 minutes
I'm
to get to
hearing
this one.
door 2. Everybody saying door 2. Yes.
All right.
Door 2.
Has Zaggy said, or has Sticks said two?
Yeah, he said door two.
Oh, sexy.
Oh,
Door 2. Yeah, he said
Yeah.
door 2.
Let me change my camera.
Dude, this is going to set on fire today.
All right, so we picked two, right?
I just added door. Yeah, Zach. You got it, Zach. We're going to add
It's a
two.
Boba
already.
Fett.
Wait, that's not the right one.
Oh,
You get-
oh.
I know. I'm trying to figure it. There it is. That's,
Get the
Uh-oh.
autograph of.
Oh, this is going to be probably the worst one. We haven't had a. Dang, don't do sticks like this. Don't do sticks
Too,
like
too
this.
bad.
hey, we already had to go to
What is
question
it?
2.
Ooh, that's the figure.
What is it?
It's
That's
I don't
bigger.
know if it says you
I
have
have altered-
I have altered the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
It's a destroyer droid.
It is the destroyer droid.
Very good.
Throw it back. Let me bring up my.
Full
Well, if he
screen
had
on.
Zizor though, that's not that bad.
Oh, no, yeah, if he had Zizor.
Oh, that one.
All right.
Okay, that's free.
Plus, it's got a firing arm blaster.
Yeah, firing arm blaster, dude.
That's cool.
That Boba Fett was okay, though.
If
So
you were a
this
troop
is-
builder, that'd be a thing.
Still haven't hit. No one has picked the one I really want them to pick yet. I keep shuffling it in, but no one's picked it yet. But one of these days.
Is it the bad one or
Is
the
it
good
really,
one?
is it really
It's not
good?
bad. None of them are bad. It's just the one I think would be the funniest. Somebody
It's
picked it.
It's a Luke Skywalker
None of
shaped
them are
lump
bad.
of coal.
They're all
Jar Jar Binks.
new. They're all
Jar Jar
new,
Binks.
packaged. Everything is packaged.
Custom
I
Darth
think,
Jar Jar figure.
we should keep one off and then put it on there. I think we should rig this game. I'm calling for a rig. I want to see what. I wanna
Coming
see
soon
what-
to a
All right.
Jedi
Oh,
pack near
listen,
you is a Imperial fighter pilot.
That's the one you want to get rid of. That guy, not the.
Not Moloch.
Yeah, the.
One
At
of
least
these
Moloch is a
days,
name.
figure.
we're gonna have a Funko Pop giveaway.
Yeah, Moloch has a name,
Okay, we'll
but
do
the
it.
other
Yeah,
guy
we'll
has
do
a
it.
title.
Okay, so next week we'll be doing more High Republic. I hope you guys are enjoying it. It looks like you guys are enjoying the High Republic stuff, so we're gonna do another one. Even if you don't enjoy it, we're still doing it because we're too deep into it at this point.
Because I already started
we're-
working on the slides for it.
Yeah,
so
we're in too
doing it.
deep.
There's one comic, but we're gonna go through. We're upping. We did that first appearance list, then we updated the first appearance list. So now we're gonna break it into two forms. It's gonna be IDW first appearance list, and it's gonna be High Republic. And it's gonna be a full breakdown, and we're gonna tell you no such thing as a first full cameo, first cameo, first full. It is only going to be a cameo and first
I
appearance.
mean, my opinion of first full and first game.
There's no Hulk 181, 180 scenario here.
Well,
We are just going to go all into it. So we will have that for you next week. We also have you ranking of top 10s just to tell you kind of what we like. I mean, we've talked about our characters that we enjoy and kind of how they'll develop going on forward.
it's a Porter Angle.
Border Angle it is.
Are the t-shirts still up?
T-shirts are, well, 2 T-shirts are still up. So we'll have those probably going for another month.
Oh, here we go. Let's show them. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead, Dom.
Dom, show them your slick
show
T-shirt.
your T-shirt since you got.
All right, Fat Claw. Look at that. Actually coming out really nice. I like it on the green
See
background.
Dom
Yeah, show a little
stylishly modeling a
bicep
green.
Oh yeah, Dom went back to working out. Looks good.
You know, yeah, you follow
Yeah.
Dom. You know he's hitting the gym again.
Yeah.
And then Jedi's idea. Quiet Riots.
So that's it. That's in a Baby Gap shirt there. Good job for all the short. That's nice for
Those
you.
aren't coming out, but you guys get
You get
plenty
the
of
medium.
All right, and then put Jedi up there.
I don't have one. This is not a.
Yeah, that's just
That's his
Jedi
own
being
shirt.
Jedi.
This is not. It's not a shirt. It says Dark Side on it, but it's not one of our shirts.
We have to redo it. There's like 3 Dark Side band shirts now. So I don't know if we could get them back up, anyways.
Well, one of them was your win at the fantasy game.
Yeah, one of them was that.
That
All
was
right.
that band.
That was the last of the day, and they
Yeah, it didn't even last a day. Wait, hey, put Jedi up. Did we get Jedi's?
he did a separate thing.
What do you mean he's got separate
No,
thing?
I mean it says
It's not-
Dark
it's
Side.
not
but
one of our
it's not-
shirts.
It's not a show. It's not from. It's not.
Well,
one
we
of
should
ours. It just
steal
has
that
to say
one
Dark
and put
Side.
it on ours too. I mean,
Yeah,
It's a
there's the
Def
Fat
Leppard
Club.
homage.
There's the Dark Side Asylum. And then this
Hey.
was the band. This is another one of the bands.
I think I banned real quick.
So
Hey,
you think
maybe,
they really? You think they really do the sweeps?
what's that?
They must really do the sweeps.
I
then.
think they really do.
You know what would be really cool? You know what would be really cool is if we took all the band shirts and like did a like a what are the things we like, you put them all together like a like a quilt or something.
They'd be
Like,
like, well, we got. I don't even have that
Collage?
shit. They took it down before anything could get ordered. Plus, why would I order a shirt for your win?
no, I mean like we do all the images of the band and we put them all on one shirt. So it's collage. We collage of all the band ones, and that way you can get a little feeling for it and do whatever. Damn, any
I
more
see what
gym
you're
posts
saying.
and we'll get 50 Russian. Yeah. Is that why we're getting the Russian spots? Is because of all the Dom's
You know what they do have? They do have the front and back designs now, so we can do like a collage on the back of the shirt and just be like band Dark Side, and then just have all the band logos. on the back.
Yeah. That'd be cool. All right.
That's kind of
So we'll get back to the con report too. We're going to do all the High Republic stuff. We're going to dig even deeper into that stuff. We'll do probably into some more that, and we have a big card break coming up too. I'm trying to give you the time, Pete, to hit the button. Oh,
I know. I'm just
everybody have a good week. We'll see you on Wednesday live or any of the other shows on Renovision Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys next week.